Right? Right? Hey there, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching, boys, germs, whatever. Welcome back to Late Night Booze Bags with your host, Maxwell Starr, and our special guests, Zach from On the 10th. We got Jamie in the basement. Or, no, it's not in the basement. It's just basement beer reviews. I keep messing that up, even though I've known that for years. And yeah, in the basement isn't even in the basement anymore.
Greetings.
And of course,
I drop the reviews since I don't review beer. I'm terrible. I untap everything and give everything a 3.75.
There you go. That's how you do it. Well, that's general secret, right? Like, unless it's special, give it a 3.75.
No, that's your secret.
Speaking of 3.75, hey Joe, Joe with channel forthcoming. And hopefully the women too.
Is same to you, Nick. Also, a 3.75 out of 5 is I think that's above average. I'm average, so that's not. Now let's settle down. Let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
So how many people are drinking IPA number 5 tonight?
Nope. I'm done. I'll start first. I'm drinking a sessionable lager. We'll call this
embarrassment.
Oh, you're drinking a low standards tonight.
Yep. I'm bringing my standards right the fuck down, but I love it.
I still have a couple of those aging in my cellar. I might have one of those later.
Mine was aging in the LCVO for God knows how long.
Yeah, I have a few aging on my shelves locally here in Western New York as well.
On your shit shelf?
On my shit shelf. I did turn the beer on to a couple local friends here, and they drank it and they enjoyed it. So there's that. So shout out to Chris for getting the word out. Maybe a little bit too much.
Number 5 is what we're talking
Yeah, because it showed up here, and a couple of my buddies on Untapped. When I posted on Untapped, I was like, any Western New York friends, if you haven't tried this, go get it locally. I don't know the price, but it's damn good, and about 4 or 5 of them have, so good for them.
And then what are they saying?
No, they like it. I think the lowest rating I've seen was a 4.25, so enjoy it.
I should be working at Collective Arts now.
I thought you already did.
Yeah, congrats on that.
Some product advice.
Some people think so.
Maybe some people know so, and you're just lying to everybody.
What are you drinking, Joe?
Beer.
What?
I'm drinking from Todd on Rod J's show. Todd, he sent me this when he sent me a beer mail. Catalina Breeze from Mile Wide Brewing Company, Louisville, Kentucky. But they're one of the few that has the. Let's see if it zooms in, the independent craft label now.
Oh, sounds like a description of an ex-girlfriend. Mile Wide.
You'll settle down. And then I'm double fisting because that's what you guys.
Well, Greg hasn't been here for a couple of days, so I had to bring it up a bit.
True, and Carton Brewing Company's ID IPA, which is a 7% IPA that has multiple malts and hops and multiple yeasts and fantastic, and it's just
always with the double fisting. Hey, that's all right.
Dude, I'm working
more pleasurable multiples.
Last night I said I was working my way through my backlog here of IPAs. I have now got 3 IPAs I only have left, and they're super fresh, so I don't feel like I have to drink IPAs every night.
I did notice that they were opened already, so were you filming some kind of review before?
No, I just cracked them open before I got on. All right. Just to let them breathe. Breathe.
James?
All right, let's see.
Yes. I'm just waiting for the pop here.
Oh, no. Do it.
Do it for Will.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ, Nick.
Why wasn't that film?
Smoke coming off of the top of that thing. Smoke. You can't really see it.
Nothing.
All right. So I'm hoping this actually hasn't turned. I've been cellaring this I think I've had this for a year now.
What is that? What beer is it?
It is, I will show you the label in a sec. A Mons Abbey Double.
Okay.
From, I think that's in Quebec. It's 8% ABV. Abbey Double style, obviously.
Well, apparently you didn't get the memo that it's Kentucky night. I'm drinking White Squirrel Brewery out of Kentucky. They're nut brown. It's a beer.
Cheers, Jamie. All the Cheers. Kentucky.
All the Kentucky.
All the beer.
All the Kentucky beer.
Then after this, Kentucky Bastard.
Bastard.
Oh, works well. Welcome to Lee. Lee, what are you drinking, if anything?
Thanks for the invite. It's nice to be invited to hang out. It's good, good stuff.
Well, you asked for it.
I did no such thing.
Nope. You just threw it out there, Nick, and we're just like, you know what?
It's true. Because I mean, we got to select people on our chat right here that actually, like they like coming on every week. So I just send them the invite automatically.
Yeah, and you don't have to be an asshole about it because you're stuck with a bunch of rejects because you threw your real friends away. Just saying. And I'm drinking an alt beer from.
You guys talking about something?
There you go. Might have been the best segue ever from that to an alt beer. I agree. Pretty simple.
Alt beer. Uncle Leo's alt beer. That's just a wonderful combination.
I'd imagine it's better than mash paddles, but then again, what isn't?
Oh,
Shots fired.
This time they can corner me at the booth again and force me into giving it a 3.5 out of 5 and being like, it's drinkable. Yes, it's drinkable. Yeah,
yes, you got the base minimum of where every brewery wants to accomplish. Make a drinkable beer. Good on you.
Don't make me destroy my brand, Joe says.
It went down my throat. It was okay.
Well, I didn't vomit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Put that on the can. Average Joe beer tuber.
Quote unquote. I didn't.
I could drink it. ... If I had to.
I had to.
Oh my God, you guys are giving me good ideas for a video. Just, I'm gonna. No.
Are you gonna show everybody your opinion?
No, I don't have it.
Well, it's his own, so hopefully.
Yeah, he's not gonna credit us. It's gonna be his own opinion.
Yeah, you gotta keep it to yourself.
Fucking bullshit.
My own opinion with some stuff about other guys.
Mashal has alt beer. My own opinion.
I want a cut of the YouTube monies for that video.
Well, I need the cut of the subs. Can I have some of your subs, maybe?
Probably.
Sure.
I don't know how many of them are dead accounts and are real at this point, so who knows?
It's true.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's true after, how long have you been doing this, Lee? Of course, not that you're still doing it, but I think you started, 2008?
Yeah. And then I did for 8 years because I quit in 2016. So there you go.
Yeah, he's an OG. He's an OG.
That is
As an old granddad. What?
Yeah, old granddad beer reviewer. Old granddad beer reviewer.
Granddad Grips on the channel.
He was reviewing beers before it was cool to review beers.
He literally was.
It's still not cool to review beers.
It's still not cool.
Or maybe obnoxious gadfly, or
I was barefoot and pregnant, walking uphill both ways.
Well, I'm still a sub lead.
That got awkward.
I hope I get you all that YouTube's money.
I kind of depend on you for the YouTube's money at this point, Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Jamie has 600 accounts.
Yeah,
everyone out.
Yeah, Jace Westcott, Earth.
I actually saw Earth for the first time.
No, Imposter. He's someone.
Jamie's a secret millionaire. Not only is he keeping this ruse going, he's paying people as sort of like crisis actors, kind of thing.
Other people.
Jimmy Jazz is me. Red Rooster is me.
Oh Jesus! I love the accent that you do.
Chris Peters is you.
Probably. Yeah, that's just a wig, and
that's a wig.
Lemon soul patch.
Maybe a little Play-Doh around the face to make it a bit bigger.
Yeah, and then just a little bit of just breathe in some exhaust from your car.
Yeah, to make yourself really dumb.
Start huffing.
There's some comments out here, but I'm not going to read them.
Well, why not? Who's making the comments?
We don't read them on our show. I don't care about viewers.
Oh, we don't do that.
We don't interact with people in the chat.
Is your last name D?
It is.
Did you disable the comments, Nick? Like I told you.
Pretty sure that stands for douchebag. So that's what I am. That's what I am. So a big time douchebag. No. Redbeard says what be going down. Drunken One says booze bags ? Yeah, it's Nick's thing. I'm not with it. And then Craig says we'll be with you all soon. Number one, that's on you, Craig. And number two, you should have like a
backup plan.
Yeah, you got to have a preparation for incoming Paul at some point
preparation
soon.
H.
But preparation H is probably
a lot of penicillin, buddy. A lot of penicillin.
You get some antibiotics and preparation H, and your week after Paul, you're good to go.
Yeah, and I think
you want to use
get some
antibiotics.
Yeah, Band-Aids, yeah.
And it's
Antibiotics because you don't want the scratches to get infected.
yeah,
And
and
I don't think Drunken One's confused by the term booze bags. I think he's just asking for some. Like, can he have some?
Yeah, I mean, you can Drunken One if
You can buy wine in like bags.
Yeah, you can. You totally, especially in Texas, you can totally buy everything in a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
I hope that you know what I hope they have a place in the UK somewhere where you can buy, jewelry for women like a noose, just for Paul, so that when he picks up a chick, he'd be like, "Hey, I want to buy you a necklace. Come on over."
You are a sick fuck, Chris.
Yeah, you're gone too far.
I mean, this is supposed to be a class. Nick is hosting this is class. This is class personified.
Oh, sorry.
You are the Nick of Nick's Hangout. You are now the Nick of Nick's Hangout.
Yeah, we're not on my channel, so fuck it. I don't care.
That's right.
I guess this show.
My channel, I don't care.
This channel is actually going to all invites next time we do a show. I guess at this point,
Yep.
you're ruining it for everybody.
right in the sidebar.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, Craig, you should get some moose bite medicine. At the very least. I don't know if there's a brand named there, but moose bite medicine.
Maybe some squatch repellent of some sort. Just for those late nights, you want to keep yourself protected.
Some salves, some unguent.
Also, word to the wise, Craig. When Paul gets hammered, don't stand directly behind him because his kick is strong like a horse. So just make sure.
Actually, just don't stand around him because if he ends up falling, it could be a bad news for everyone involved.
He pulls out weapons. Either way.
Make sure you don't have any machetes anywhere near you.
Yeah, after he's hammered, just leave the hotel. Just leave
Don't
it.
visit any museums that would have medieval weapons or devices of torture in them.
Make sure you record everything that's happening for the potential
Police.
legal ramifications down the line.
Yeah.
And if
Not
you
just the
start
videos.
feeling lonely, take him to a zoo and just leave him.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you say he pulls out weapons, I mean, pulls out is not the two words I think of around Paul.
Now, when Chris says when things just slow, take him to a zoo, probably a cemetery is more his thing.
A pet cemetery.
A pet cemetery. Yes,
pull
perfect.
out to dead.
You could take a quick trip to where is it? Fucking in France there and visit Jim Morrison's grave and he can piss on it or something.
Well, he does like his women a certain way, right? What, cold and dead?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it's cold and purple. I believe is what it
blue?
is.
Purple?
Yeah,
Like a steak?
That's what I said. I like my steak. I like my gold and purple. Yeah, that's
Yeah, have fun with that, Greg. Everything will be fine.
everything. He's actually, I think, right now. Paul is on a flight. Like as we speak, I think it was 9 p.m.
He better be unless they kicked him out over the fucking Atlantic.
they let him out of the country.
He's hammered fucking before he even got on the plane.
Probably.
Probably didn't even let him on. He'll be online live somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm at home.
No, he's having a dainty little time. He's sitting on there eating some packaged peanuts, and that's about it.
Drinking drinking a cup of tea. He's some crumpets. He's ready to go, baby.
He's watching the airplane version of the newest Pixar movie, and he's just having a good time.
Yeah,
He's watching Airplane, the movie, on an airplane.
Oh yeah, it'd have to be the edited version. They'd have to edit the tits out.
The best thing about Paul being there is he was so excited about going there and drinking like traditional English ales and whatnot. And then he tells Peter to make an online order for hundreds of dollars, and all Peter gets is like these big imperial stouts. I'm like, I thought you were gonna drink all the mild and like pale ales and everything. I thought you wanted all the copper coin in your mouth face. I was like, I don't understand about imperial stouts and whatnot. You stick to the traditional stuff, because if he sticks to the traditional stuff, then he doesn't get hammered because it's like 3.8%. Everything is. But,
you'd have to pull one of those things like in the movie there, The World's End, where you do the entire like fucking bar tour. That would be the only way to do it.
So
and I could see Paul doing that.
Let's start a little wager and a little bet here. Which one of the UK guys is going to start crying first on camera? Who do you think the first one's going to start to whimper, going like in a fucking confessional booth? That's what they should set up. Fucking while Paul's around, everyone goes into a fucking a booth and just talks to the camera like a fucking reality TV.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I think it's gonna be Hopsy.
Like a Blair Witch kind of thing.
Yeah. I say Peter cries first.
Nah, I'd say Rob
Oh.
Hopstein. I think he's going to cry first.
I can't see Peter crying first.
Yeah, I can see Peter crying, but there's gonna be tears of joy.
Or they might make a sidetrack to fucking Simon. He'll be crying real quick. I imagine.
Or what's oh my god, what's the other guy's name? The skinny, young-looking guy. What's his
Harry?
name? Harry. Yeah, he's the crying. He's crying first.
I feel like Harry's the one that would probably murder Paul. Like just unassuming Harry.
Could be that.
No, Harry will. Yeah, he
seems like the sort if you like pull him out of his bed, he'll get vicious on you because he really likes that bed. He likes laying down.
Oh no, that's James.
No, that's James. That's James.
Oh, is that James? Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I don't think James is actually meeting up with them. I think Craig said that he had an issue this week and he couldn't meet up, so that's kind of shitty because I think mostly everyone was going to meet up, and then a couple people had to pull out, which sucks because I mean, how often is Paul going to be in the UK? Right, so. Hopefully,
maybe indefinitely if he gets arrested.
Hopefully, just one. Oh, hey, he might not even be allowed back in this.
I'm just saying, hopefully, once for the people of the UK. Like, you just want him there once, and then after that, you're done. You've experienced Paul. It's over.
It's thrown in a London
watching
dungeon.
this on the plane right now, which would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
we're all talking about him while he's flying.
I told him to have a safe trip and everything, and he seemed very pumped up. But there was, because the whole nor'easter thing that happened the last couple of days, I don't know if it was going to get delayed or anything, but it didn't seem like it. So he should have been all right today. I think all the weather's all right.
Should have that flight number. We could have been tracking that plane.
Oh, baby, do nothing. Maybe track all those numbers, baby. I don't even know how to count.
Forrest drunk.
Yeah.
Forrest drunk.
I left the second hour out on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning he was assassinated.
He's just gonna go into the forest. Yeah.
Good. That'd be the creepiest thing ever. Paul hammered, walking around in a forest in the UK by himself.
No shirt on. While just walking around, just would be like
pants optional. Just
trying to start a fire.
I mean, then again, Paul pretty much does the same thing in his backyard, so it's like home to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, be cool though. I
down there and I'll bring Joe with me so I can protect him from Paul.
No, I don't. You're not. Nope, not driving me in the lines. Then nope, not happening. Nope, not. Paul's always a good time to hang out with. I will be curious to see though the videos, and I just want to. I hope they do them in order and they post them in order to see just how progressively they get. That's gonna be the best. It's gonna start off everyone's happy, and then like by the end of the night, Paul's just gonna be fucking smashing random things in the hotel and just screaming into people's faces and singing black metal.
It'll be let's go
bobbies with sticks beating him. Little bobby sticks.
Listen, maybe Paul will just be a very cordial gentleman, have a great time.
What the fuck are you talking about now?
What the fuck are you talking about? Get fucking real, yeah.
And maybe he'll just not get hammered every night.
Chris, on a scale of 1 to not drunk enough, how many IPA number 5s do you have in your fridge? So go drink them all because you don't know what the hell's happening. What is happening?
You haven't talked to Paul? Do you know what he's about?
No. I try to talk to Paul, but he's not very coherent nowadays. So.
This is this guy over here. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
So it's it's gonna be awesome to see those videos. I can't wait. I don't know if they'll be posted. They'll probably be too hammered and fucking doing fun stuff to post them until way afterward. But
I hope he posts something like with the meeting of Paul at the airport. Like I want to fucking see that'd be fucking pretty sweet.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know when they're meeting up with them. I mean, Craig can give us more information when he shows up here in a bit, but pretty sure like most of the stuff is next weekend or later this upcoming week.
Yeah. Is anybody meeting Paul at the airport or is Paul just landing in?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a grown adult and all, but I kind of feel like his navigating skills in England are going to be a little suspect for the start, so he might need a guide of some sort.
Yeah, if he lands sober.
Yeah.
Hopefully he does. What's up, Redbeard? What are you drinking?
Hey,
he'd be like the albino rhino trying to find a fucking bus.
I am pouring this stupid beer I bought for that analysis.
Would you Holstein?
Oh,
yeah, it's
that's
Holstein
on you.
Best Bock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my
Well, looks like my
I
Coors
joined
Light doesn't
into
look too bad,
a
does it?
I joined into a Bach analysis thing last night, and that was one of the only like 3 Bach style beers I could find here in North Bay.
Oh wow.
It wasn't really a good time.
Now I see why
No.
you weren't happy with the
because
style.
Holstein Bach.
No,
Yeah.
Holstein anything would not be a good time.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, that's
cheers,
now
everybody.
I'm just
Cheers,
depressed. Depressed. Well, cheers, but still depressed.
Cheers, he says as he walks towards the fucking hangman's noose,
Cheers, as you go.
resolute in his death.
I'm gonna
It's
say
At least I didn't throw up.
Give me an IPA number 5 or give me death.
this is
Yeah.
tastier than the other the other Bach I drank on camera was the Urbach by Creemore.
Oh
That
yeah,
was-
well yeah,
It's not
that's
bad.
well, it's
that's
Creedmoor, right?
I
Yeah.
didn't like that. This is
It's Creedmoor.
It's drinkable, but I kind of want to pour it down my train type of beer, right? Like I can handle it, but do I really want to?
honestly I don't like this like the Bach style, but double Bach, Doppelbock, whatever you want to say it.
I like
where
Weiss- yeah, Doppelbock, Weizenbachs, the bigger, more robust and flavored beers like this. The regular Bachs are just kind of just
there
Kinda
are
like an
some
alt beer.
great flavor. Like it's really, really raisiny.
yeah.
Like
There's
really
dark fruits, right?
raisiny.
Lots of dark fruits in Bachs, but the thing about like Doppelbocks is they just because they're bigger ABV, they have way more complexity and just better flavor overall. But I've never been enamored with just the plain Bach style. They've always been pretty boring and just like, yeah, it's a beer, but whatever. It's an all
Yeah.
Hey, Red Beer, does it say on the side of the can in quotes? Does it say, at least it didn't stain my sink? From Jamie.
I'm gonna say probably not, but let's check anyway.
No, it probably doesn't. Because that's a Jamie.
Yeah,
quote.
no.
Looking at Beer Advocates, which is a mistake in just in general, but looking at it like it's the highest rated box, like I don't know what would be the highest. I guess at least
Hanger,
the
or the Will Doppelbock.
that's the Doppelbock for
Yeah.
sure. It's up there.
Yeah.
It's it gets a 4.34, which I mean I'd give it higher than that, but yeah, I know.
Most Bachs they're not really that kind of standout type of beer. I mean, they're slightly more flavorful lagers for the most part, and just like Oktoberfests, that traditional style has been watered down so much these days
Yes.
in modern times.
And
that
oh, sorry, go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say no one cares about them. They're all about the fucking Doppelbocks, and rightly so, because that's where the flavor is.
And that's what I'm kind of seeing just from a sheer availability standpoint. If you sort here on Beer Advocate by score, you get a bunch of beers that have like 2 ratings and whatnot, right? But if you just look at it from a rating standpoint, the top 5 most rated Bach beers, the actual Bach style on Beer Advocate: Sam Adams Winter Lager, Shiner Bach, Sam Adams Chocolate Bach, Michelob Amber Bach, and Sam Adams Cherry Chocolate Bach. They're the only Bachs that are rated on Beer Advocate that have more than 677 ratings. And you look like a lot of the traditional German breweries in here, I don't see too many of them.
I don't think a lot of them come over to the U.S. And I mean,
No, I don't.
Beer Advocate's pretty much mostly just a fucking U.S. centric site. So
Yeah. But even with that, like if you go to like the Doppelbock, right? 6,596 ratings and it gets a 4.34. It's up there. Spaten's up there. So there's just a lot of. I just think probably Bach beers in general, like you said, kind of just aren't.
it's kind of a dead style.
Popular. Yeah,
They don't even. They generally don't even call them Bachs if they make them like Sam Adams with their winter lager or whatever. They don't call it a Bach.
No, because I don't think a lot of Americans really
They don't care.
know
Wouldn't care to
or
know.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, right? So, but Shiner Bach is
Well, that's a
Yeah,
classic.
In
Apparently.
the U.S., they just sort of take a box seat.
Oh,
I'm glad.
I'm still. I don't think Peter wrote that one for him. I don't
No,
think-
no.
I'm glad Nick could bring some dad jokes to the table. So
Oh, yeah.
Every joke Nick says that he thinks that Peter wrote, he's got to say it in a British accent.
Let's segue into that bullshit to something much cooler. Craig's in here. How you doing, sir? And what are you drinking?
is he?
Hello.
Speaking of British,
Well, some pikey over
Sorry.
here. Yeah. I'm gonna drink this in a minute, but I need to rinse my glass out. It's a beer from Partisan. It's called. Was it called Royal Ale? It's a barley wine, but it was part of the Patrons project for 2016. So I've had it a few years.
Oh boy, what was the ABV on that?
It's only 8.5. Nothing too terrible. Just
The
just
way-
above.
I just love how your accent. It kind of sounded like you said 78.5
Yeah.
instead of it's only 8.5.
Yeah.
For a second there, it's like, oh,
Just above sessionable.
Yeah.
That word. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. So yeah.
I like how when you were putting it to the screen, you didn't even. You're like, it's shit. It's called this. It's this. Like
This. Yeah. I can't remember.
it doesn't matter.
I'm a beer reviewer. Fuck's sake. Come on.
yeah.
People who don't review beers know what they're talking about. You know, Joe.
And no, I don't. I have no idea.
Oh,
you will once you start your channel.
Yeah.
Well, that means I'm instantly.
You'll go downhill.
Dumber, right? As soon as I start my channel, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I went from
everybody's
really
gonna
dumb
tell
to
you.
incredibly dumb.
Indeed, that's it. You shit
Yeah,
out
right.
there straight away.
Okay, like-
So.
Turn on that camera and just you forget everything. What am I drinking? I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to rinse the glass out and be back. 2 jiffies.
I will
Being
make sure not to read the
proper
comments just for you.
he's going to be
Marcel,
back.
and we
okay.
tried to
There's
do
nothing to-
Another.
tried doing a review of the Cuvée, and my SD card on my GoPro decided to hit the bed randomly.
The cuvee of what?
The Nickelbrook Cuvée.
Oh, I had that this year for the first time in like 4 years. It's pretty good.
It was
pretty good.
funky and tart.
It's
and
weird.
A
It's
lot
weird shit.
different than last year's version.
There is somewhere, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, but I want to say there's like 84 different ingredients in that beer. There's a lot of ingredients. They're just
There
like,
were-
let's throw everything in there.
At least they're throwing ingredients in there, and not just throwing one beer in 8,000 different barrels, like
That's
some
true.
other breweries are.
That's true. Like a lot of other breweries at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a great 5.7% porter. You think it'll do well in a barrel? Well, no, let's do it. Let's put it in
Oh,
7
what the
different
fuck you
barrels.
talking about? Get that shit out of here! Are we gonna make any money, you son of a bitch?
Everybody likes it. It's such a classic beer. Let's throw it in. It's like, oh, fuck, here we go.
God damn, just put some fucking girls with some tits out on the label or something. Jesus Christ. Come on, work with me here. God damn.
It's bourbon whiskey Scotch barreled.
Oh, I saw the bourbon Trace review. Did Lee? Nice that you like that. I actually, I don't drink really bourbon whiskey too much, but I do enjoy Buffalo Trace quite a bit.
There you go. And it has nothing to do if you're living, in Buffalo.
Buffalo, no.
Oh,
No, it's a good cheap whiskey or cheap bourbon for the States. Like we do get, I think you were mentioning like low 30s, high 20s, and that's pretty much.
I'm gonna try. You know
Sometimes
what,
you get-
after watching Lee's review on that, I actually want to try it. If it doesn't have the burn,
It doesn't.
then I will try.
No,
it, and I'll probably
and-
enjoy it.
It's reasonably priced here, and like I said, you can even get like mail-in rebates here, where you're talking low 20s.
Yeah.
When they're on sale and stuff. So
Next one's going to be Basil Hayden. Just showed up in the NSLC, so I'm going to try that out.
nice, sweet.
It also depends on your definition of the burn too, because just like eating spicy food, some people might not be as affected as by the burn.
Right.
On some
But,
whiskeys
but
some others.
Buffalo Trace really is kind of a step above like Jim Beam as far as like smoothness goes. So it's
Okay.
just kind of like a little bit more alcohol, but you can't really detect it.
Cheers, Earth's in the comments says bottoms up, gentlemen. Good day, sir.
Bottoms up.
Earth, there's some hotly debated whether or not you're a real person. So tonight, your appearance on Joe D show actually quelled that for some, but a couple people still don't truly believe
Not
you.
me, I never doubted it. What the fuck? Jesus
I'm friends with
Christ.
you on Untapped, and everybody on Untapped is real. I know this for a fact.
This is fucking Earth. He's a whole fucking planet. Don't you know anything? Jesus Christ.
What is your
He's got
guitar?
a moon satellite.
He's one of the few beer tubers that I think in our like circles or people I know of that are actually in California. Like I know with you, Lee, being friends with Ryan and a couple other people, but really don't see a lot of beer tubers on California from California, at least that I watch or I'm aware of.
Right.
Oh yeah, Earth has no content, right? He just goes on.
Oh, he's just an average Joe.
He's an average Joe. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
He's an average Joe.
No, he's an above average enthusiast. Come on now, don't fucking show him short or anything like that.
He doesn't cam up, as we say.
He doesn't cam. He doesn't cam up, dude. That brings back memories of a lot of people getting on like circa 2011. Cam up.
Yeah, show your face, you fucking pussy.
Up. Yeah, you better do it. I'm a man. I'm 40. Oh wait, that's the basketball guy. He's like, get on here, cam up. If you don't cam up, then I don't respect you. I'm like, okay,
don't want your respect, so fuck off.
Yeah, just so dumb. Earth says, I'm no one special. Oh, but you're special to some Earth. You're Earth. You're the entire planet. We need to respect you and take care of you. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, we have to be diligent and not pollute you too much with our.
I'm gonna recycle. I'm gonna recycle for you, Earth. I'm gonna recycle.
We promise we'll stop making stupid puns about your fucking handle very soon. Sorry.
Not yet, though.
No, not yet. We're still going.
Out of puns. Not yet. Soon. Give it like 3 months.
We've got all the time in the world.
Yeah. I'm sure somehow Nick will work your username into one of his like robot fucking spiels that he does at some point every night.
Just gave him an idea, Joe.
No, well, I figured I'd give him an idea so at least it's slightly amusing and not just cringy.
I was thinking of giving up the robot thing tonight, Joe.
Look, now he's doing the fucking robot thing again.
He doesn't even have the fucking robot. That's the worst part about it.
Jesus Christ.
He was looking down when he was doing it, so you know I was really actually talking.
Yeah. Earth says I'm part of my own demise. Yes. That's the way to do it.
That sounds pretty earth-shattering.
What are you drinking tonight, Earth? I did see on tap you're drinking a couple. Gets a lot of good beers being in California. I'll tell you that much. Shit ton of good beers. I'm very jealous. Not really. I mean, there's so much good beer out here. Right?
You spruce this chat up a bit, boys. We need to put some tits on here or something. Come on, that's not a little bit.
Well, I don't have those, but I do have some nuts. I'm having some nutty chocolate hazelnut porter, baby. From Jack Ass Brewing. So there's some nuts in the house for you.
There was a hell of an interesting time after the last night's chat went offline, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea
what there was a chat last night?
Nope. Not that I'm aware of.
I wasn't there, but I'm going to say it was probably Redbeard, Drunken One, and Chris had on some site.
I don't know what you're talking about. It might have just been a nice kind of dream I had or something like that, but it
might be CFM backwards, is what you're saying.
And the best part is I introduced Redbeard to that site, and he hasn't slept yet.
It also looks like his beard is
tired.
His beard is a bit discolored too. Things happen.
I shut that down, and I refuse to let myself go back to that.
Okay.
He's not wearing glasses. Those are his actual red eyes right now.
He also, I don't know if you guys noticed when he said he shut it down, he went like this.
Yeah. I shut it down.
Yeah, he shut it down.
Look,
he's showing his palm. Let us know there's no burnt skin peeling off or anything.
Chafing on his hands.
Good time.
And he had cheesies last night, and now he's got an orange penis. But whatever.
Whoa, whoa, Nick Jr. What are you doing over here? Is this Nickelodeon? Settle down.
I forgot this was. Oh, it's not
Nickelodeon.
I referenced Nick Jr., which I think is the channel. I don't know. It used to be back in the day.
Robot Jr.
Craig, we're trying to move forward here.
We're trying to get away from this robot talk. Everyone shut up about that a little bit. Hey, come on now. Let's get back to tits on screen.
Yes, shut up about the robot.
Man.
I'm not making the robot out right now, am I?
We're not going to make any YouTube money here, boys. Come on
now. Not that you're aware of.
Not now. Not now.
Not ever.
I'd give you a super chat right now, Nick, but you can't get the money anyway, so it really doesn't
matter. Because I don't have any subscribers. What kind of dig is that? Are you such an asshole? You got to say that.
If you shut up.
And Lee in his high house of several thousand subscribers.
I'll tell you what. I'll start up my fucking PayPal link. You can send me some money for that. I'll send it to Nick. I promise.
Patreon is where it's at.
You know what's funny though? Because laugh all we want, but when I actually watched Lee's whiskey review. I was like, oh, there's a commercial before it? What the fuck?
You're like, let me click this link and get him fucking half a penny.
Nice.
Hey, look at this motherfucker here. He doesn't even have ad block on his fucking browser. What the fuck?
What a dumbass. You're so on the 10th.
Oh no, I just clicked after 5 seconds skip ad. I was just like,
Yeah, but you still said you had to skip the ad.
Seriously though, sometimes I'll turn off my ad block, and for people I watch, I'll click the link and let it play or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah,
you know, viruses be damned. Who cares? Let's
because I'm not one of them. I didn't make enough money.
Oh yeah, I certainly not Nick's. Nick doesn't deserve it.
I appreciate you boys putting my unborn children through college. It's great stuff.
The kids will never have.
We're just preparing for the future. That's all we're doing. We're taking care of you, Lee. Earth says he didn't get to the beer store this week. He's drinking the last of his dark lagers from the Entergren Brewery out of. So this is cool. I've never heard of this brewery, but they're out of Moore Park, California, and all they do is German style beers.
Oh really?
Yeah, and like on tap they have a Helles Lager, a Hefeweizen, a Pilsner, Doppelbock, Schwarzbier, German style amber, Vienna Lager, a smoked Doppelbock, then they have a couple non-things like a nitro milk stout with chocolate and coconut. Settle down, Chris. Settle down, Joe. There's coconut, but then it's nitro.
Settle down,
Jamie.
Yeah.
Now,
Then they have a Cascade dry hopped Hefeweizen. That's kind of weird.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, sounds like
I would jump all over that brewery. I mean, I'm really big on Spindrift here. We do just all lagers.
I think that's the cool thing is that if you find a North American brewery that specializes in something that isn't the norm, like a brewery like this that just does nothing but German styles, and then like Spindrift or like Jack's Abbey here in the States, they do nothing but lagers. It's very interesting to check it out and see how well they represent the style and you know what they're trying to produce. So it's fun.
They're not just doing it as like a fleet of fancy kind of thing. They're like, you got to kind of if you're sort of centering your entire business model around making German lagers and making good ones, you got to be a little bit fucking serious about it. Otherwise, you're just going to fucking tank.
Yeah, we're going to have some Spindrift lime and some Spindrift apple.
Nope.
Let's
fucking start that shit up. Shut your fucking mouth. Come on now.
And that is truly. And another thing is that with how the craft beer market is and what is hyped and what is popular, it's not German style beers. I'm just gonna say that it's not German style beers.
Exactly.
Certainly not in North America. Certainly not in California. And to see a place do that, they must do it really well to be profitable and still, you know, selling their stuff and being a business. Because that's the whole goal. A lot of people don't think beer is a business, but you know, brewery, you want to make money. That's the whole point of it. But yeah, that's cool.
Craig just commented, "Hey Earth, long time no see." I'm not sure if the typo was intentional, Craig. But it's kind of funny because it's Earth.
Yeah.
Well, that's Craig for you.
I like that.
Whackity smackity do.
Type of humor Craig has. Also, it's been like 26 minutes since he last saw Earth, which is the best part about it as well.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. That's just 2 for 1. The 2 for 1.
Just stupid.
Hey, talking about breweries that stick on one style.
Oh boy, here we go.
When you're talking about that, I had a thought about Half Hours on Earth. With their mainly sours. Do you think that's sustainable?
Yeah.
Depends if there's enough variety in their beers.
I think it's because it's a small place. Now, if they're looking to become like a giant fucking brewery,
that'll never happen. But
they seem to be doing very well with
they are now.
Niche they have right there, and all the sours I've had from them have been pretty good examples of whatever they're trying to do. So, and keep doing it well. I can see them sticking around for a while.
Yeah, for me, I've gone there twice. Once last year, once the year before, and I'm not a sour drinker. I'm not their,
target demographic.
Yeah, that's a good word to say. Target demographic. And I bought a bunch, and I'll go again probably, but I don't know. It's just not the kind of beer I can drink a lot of.
No,
it just seems to be one of those styles. Like, I don't know anyone that drinks a lot of the beers that we do, and then sours is another level. Like, I don't really know that many people that do. Obviously, they're out there, but
no, that's the thing. That's the biggest, I guess. And I mentioned this in another chat, but no one listens to me, and I don't even listen to myself. That's why I repeat myself all the time. For to dispel a big misconception by certain individuals are when popular styles come to the forefront, the first thing people like to throw out there is, oh, it's a fad. When is this fad going to leave? When is this fad going to stop?
Right.
When are people going to get sick of it? You see, I don't know how many styles I've seen it with, but it's been at least a half a dozen over the past 3 or 4 years, from sours, from American breweries now doing all types of sours, gozas. Like 5 years ago, there was a handful of gozas available, period. Now every single place seems to do one. Berliner Weisses, American Wild Ales, barrel aged everything, right? Was 5-6 years ago you couldn't find. If you found one, you were happy. You're like, holy shit, I can't believe this place is doing it. Now everybody has one.
Chris wants some attention over there right now.
Oh yeah, fuck half hours on Earth. We'll get back to
the is that one of your ones from last year?
Oh shit, he's trolling Nick.
I'm just trolling your screen.
Chris, on a scale of 1 to you're out of focus. Okay, you're in focus.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're also muted, so I don't know if that's intentional.
Shut the fuck up! Don't tell him that shit.
I knew I was muted. I was fucking around making noise here.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna drink this right now, even though it's old as fuck. But whatever.
All right. So to continue on my spiel, why Chris drinks a beer that he doesn't like.
Before Joe continues his spiel, I'm going to step out for a second. I'm going to leave Lee in charge.
That's a good move.
All right, best thing I've ever done.
But to go back to the whole fad thing and stuff, look, there's specifically on
you're watching us all naked.
With that's nothing I ever want to think about. Half hours on Earth. And now you're going to do the robot thing, Craig. Fantastic.
No.
Half hours on Earth.
That's it.
It's sustainable, Jamie, to an extent of they know who they're going after. There's a lot of people that like sours, and the beers they make aren't like enamel ripping sour. There's a lot of drinkable, sessionable ones, a lot of ones with fruit, a lot of hop forward ones. They do enough takes on the sour style that I think they'll be fine. How much will they grow? I don't know, but it's like these styles. There's so many people that like craft beer. The more craft beer drinkers you get into it, the more people are going to go to different styles. It's not going to be like you're just going to come in here and just drink IPAs. No, they're going to drink other stuff. So the whole fad thing, I don't think there's many styles that are a fad anymore. You'll see New England style IPAs for a long time. You're going to see barrel aged beers for a long time. You're going to see sours for a long time. They're kind of a staple of the styles of craft beer at this point.
What might be more of a fad is like just sort of mutations of styles more than anything else. Like, just sort of brief mutations. And I think it's actually fairly smart to start your brewery sort of based around a certain concept. Like either you're going to do all lagers, or you're going to start off doing all Belgian style or Belgian sort of influence styles. Like North Brewing here in Nova Scotia, almost all of their stuff is Belgian, either takes on Belgian beers or are Belgian in style to some extent, and they have like Belgian ingredients. They only have like 1 or 2 beers that are sort of divert from that, but their core lineup is all sort of Belgian stuff.
It's like whatever your core bit you're basing your shit on, like whatever you're opening with, your core beers, you want to get them down pat kind of thing before you start expanding.
Well, you do. And to take that point further, Lee, what you're talking about, one of the best New England style IPA producers in the States is a brewery called Monkish Brewing Company. Can you guess what they started out with? Belgian influenced beers. That's what they resisted do anything other than Belgian style beers. And then once they finally did, they made awesome other styles, and now they're super popular.
That Joe something S long name that does all the hype beers, Joe's Arcade, whatever it is.
Yeah, Joe's Arcade. He does a lot of
beers by them, and they look like they actually do. Like he has friends that send them, so he doesn't have to sit and wait in line, because these are beers that people will wait in line for. They're all hyped and shit. And
Earth is out in California.
Really good, man.
I'm sure Earth has had some, I'd imagine, monkish beers. I mean, but it is cool to see a concept of, I'm going to focus my brewery on a style or whatever, and then kind of once you get that down, branch out, because you kind of get your, I guess, your fan base or your regulars on board, and then you can go on.
Did you just read Berserker's comment, Craig?
I did.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
Berserker's in the chat, and he said, "We need a style that's thick, Nick. Thick. It may still be a bit thin for Paul.
I need
Oh, nice. That's brilliant.
I need him to specify what he means by Nick thick, because there's the obvious one, then there's some not so obvious ones. A lot of it is concerning, certainly not for Paul, but for the rest of us.
I was going to say, if anybody that was drunk in one last night that kept saying the things he was seeing on the screen weren't thick enough for him, it was kind of funny to see.
That seems like that's on him mostly.
That's or he wishes they were on him.
I watched up until that point.
I was quite
condolences.
Quite content with the content that was being.
I was knackered last night. I was just like, nah. Done.
And he meant tired, by the way. Tired.
Yeah.
Or naked. Well, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that same thing.
You're gonna translate elevator and lift for us next, Chris?
Yeah, did you hear it again? Fucking nonstop. Jesus Christ.
That was a decent impression right there, the first one. Was that the Yuli that did that?
No, I didn't do any of that shit.
Oh.
Just droll.
Who did the first one? That wasn't bad. That was good.
Me, yeah. Unfortunately,
I'm already doing a sleazy producer character tonight. I can't sustain anything else.
Earth also says he has had one beer from Monkish, Foggy Window, but he's also not willing to jump through hoops to get their beers. Well, you're the entire planet Earth. I don't think you can actually fit through a hoop, I'd imagine.
Planet Earth. I like what we did there.
Yeah.
You can fit the hoop. The rings of Saturn.
Maybe the rings of Saturn. I don't know. Like I don't know what we're jumping through.
I said it
There's
first.
There's a ring for that. Yeah. No, but I'm just.
Joe, what you were talking about earlier with like different brands and how there's kind of something for everybody. You reminded me of a TED Talk. I don't know if you know who Malcolm Gladwell is.
Yep,
He's an author. He did a TED Talk about I forget what the guy's name is. It's Howard Moskowitz, I think. And he's the guy that kind of invented choices in food. And it was specifically about spaghetti sauce and how this spaghetti sauce brand was trying to find a way to increase their customer base. And he came up with the problem is you're trying to find the perfect spaghetti sauce, and what you need is the perfect spaghetti. You need perfect spaghetti sauces, like for each, for people. So
yeah.
He invents more choice. Like he does a focus group, and he finds out that 20% like thick and chunky and 20% like garlic and this and that. And he was just basically finding out that everyone has different tastes. So then it was the birth of like now when you go into the grocery store, there's all these different styles of everything in food.
Yeah, that's real confusing. Why you just put like some fucking bacon in this sauce? Hey, come on now. And not pre-cooked. Bacon. You got to cook it yourself. Cook the sauce. Come on now.
But in that's where Half Hours on Earth comes in, because that is not for me at all. And I don't really know anybody that is really into sour beers that much. But there's obviously people out there.
And that's the thing. There's enough takes too on the sour side. When someone just throws out sour beers in general, you're thinking, okay, it's a sour beer. What Half Hours on Earth and a lot of good sour producing breweries do is they have a lot of variety, whether they're putting different kinds of fruit in it, whether they're dry hopping it, whether they're barrel aging it, whatever they're doing. It's something where I think you could, if someone's an IPA lover, but they're not big on sours, well, if you put a dry hop sour out there, you're more likely to gain them as a fan, or at least pique their interest a bit, right? Same thing with someone who maybe is a fruit beer lover, or someone who just likes fruit. You put some fruits in the sours, you could bring them in. If someone likes barrel-aged beers, they like the bourbon, the whiskey, white wine, red wine, whatever, do that. It's a smart way to go about it, because you can't just pigeonhole yourself as a brewery that just does like one or two styles. There are 100 plus styles and sub styles of beers now, and everybody has a different taste. To just say I'm going to make 3 or 4 styles, I hope you like my beer, you're setting yourself up for failure. You got to be willing to, make beers for different kind of beer drinkers. Certainly in this day and age,
you got to cover all your bases. For sure.
Yeah, otherwise you're way behind the 8 ball right from the get go.
SOL.
Jamie, if you haven't seen
what that means.
Chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find him here. Berserker, you're not on Facebook anymore, are you?
Earth's sound.
Fucking Google Plus. I have to figure out how to do this again.
Google Plus is the best.
Google Plus is
Well, it lets us do this, which is kind of cool.
Google.
Earth, you're more than welcome to join.
Yeah.
But I don't know who has you on Facebook or Untapped. Yeah, I can totally send you a link through Untapped, and the private messaging system just doesn't exist. But
Beer talk.
yeah.
It's all the same thing.
Is this panel big enough for the whole planet to join?
I don't know if Earth joins. Like at least 6 of us might have to leave. It might just be Nick and Earth in here. I don't know.
Somebody can do the whole YouTube message thing, even though you're not you have no videos, you still technically have a channel because you're on YouTube.
Oh, I can put them in timeout. I might put you in timeout, Earth, just because I can.
Time out. Yeah.
Just so you feel like you have the power.
Mm-hmm. You're bad, Earth. You go to sleep. It's dark now.
Bad
Done.
enough.
Yeah, no, I don't even.
I hereby cast an eclipse.
Yeah, done.
Oh God.
I don't see a way to send to Earth. For fuck's sakes, Earth, are you on Facebook? Please tell me no, but it'd be easier if you were. But I understand if you're not.
I've just realised the terrorist is an hour closer to me.
Well, there isn't even like an about. There's nothing on the Earth channel.
Yeah, I just realized how fucking stupid I am because I went to the Facebook and typed in Earth like he was gonna show up. Yo, is Earth there? Who's Earth? Where is he? I'm sure
there's only one Facebook profile / page with the word Earth in it. That's
I have no idea. He needs to.
I typed in Earth. There's 544,000 people that are members of the community Earth. I don't think you're an entire community.
There's a lot of planets out there. Come on.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a fucking ton.
Earth has 6 subscribers, even though there's absolutely nothing there.
Oh,
have you got a Google Plus account that's got apart from Earth? Is there anything else with it?
Yeah, we need an email or something, I think.
Yeah, an email would be good, but then you could put it up there and then just delete it.
Yeah, all right. I can delete it for you.
There are 6 people watching, so you got to watch your back right now. That's like the world could see your email.
You've got to watch the regulars. That they're just. Oh.
There was that one time in Drunken Ones. Fucking.
I know, it's hilarious.
Somebody hijacked everything, and it was insane.
It's brilliant.
I'm not sure brilliant would be the way I would look at it.
No, but it was just great viewing.
Everybody losing their minds, getting pissed right off.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It was great TV.
Okay, Beer Zerker, I just added you on the Google Plus thingy, I think.
No, my Hangouts is blinging away, saying stuff.
Let's see here.
Well, in the meantime, I'm drinking the Hamilton Brewery's Riley Red Ale.
Another drain pour, or?
Oh, it's probably because it's
that one's all right. I think I had that one. It's.
I took a little bit of a sip. Maybe it'll get better.
It's beer.
What's the one before? Is it
the one before was the Half Hours on Earth? Yeah, I had to dump it because it's old. I mean, that was best before.
A lot of those sour.
August 2nd, 2017.
What style was it?
That was a tart saison with sage.
That one shouldn't have been really gone
saison.
bad. Like saison style.
I don't think it was the beer.
It's already sour.
It's probably your baby.
Yeah, I think.
Oh my god, this Hamilton Brewery beer is terrible. Oh my god.
Okay, you got to power through this shit, buddy. You're doing.
Might get the lowest rating ever. No.
You're reinforcing everyone that gives you the hashtag baby palate this evening, man. It's bad.
No, it's just. It's just his opinion. So.
My own opinion.
Also true. It is
just like his opinion, man.
Hashtag moo.
You know, Earth, for an entire fucking planet, you sure are hard to find.
Hold on, let me check my email, see if I've got him.
Just look at his feet, bro.
Subscribe to my channel.
I don't think I've. There must be if he's got he's obviously on. Go to his channel and then send him a private message.
You can't. There's nothing there.
Yeah. Okay.
So Google, why do you suck so bad?
That's bollocks, isn't it?
I like your song joke. You want to write that down?
Yeah, I'm better with a background.
You want me to play the guitar while you're playing? While you're singing that song?
You can look into it. Maybe some bust out a flute.
It's not his birthday. Calm down.
It's true.
Some flute like Berserker.
Yeah, he played me out last night. That was pretty fucking sick.
Well,
that was actually pretty funny. Yeah, that was good stuff.
I need to watch. I haven't watched that far yet. So.
Oh my god, everyone's being so nice to this brewery. I'm like, yeah, it's terrible.
What are we talking about?
This Hamilton brewery, fucking Riley Red.
Oh,
I'm looking at Google Plus Earth, but Google Plus is an absolute shit show beyond belief.
And you need to go on Google Earth.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure without some kind of an email address, you joining the panel is not going to really probably happen.
Well, if you
need to post your email address.
And I was joking. I was very much joking before, and I was like, "Ooh, there's so many people watching. You might, go ahead and put it. You'll be fine."
Earth, if you have I'd assume you have a Gmail address. So if you just maybe put in your name without the @gmail.com, I can just send you it because I guess I'm
the best way to do it.
Intelligent enough to do it that way.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Oh shit, this channel does not have any content.
I've just done that.
Yeah,
I've done that.
This is his channel. Hey, I could subscribe to him.
Yeah, I think we all did that before you did that.
If you subscribe,
fuck.
Wait, if you subscribe, does it give you any more?
I just did that, and no.
Holy shit, we're either dumb or Google Plus is terrible. Probably a little bit of column.
Just put your email address up for 10 seconds and delete it. Done.
Joe, is he going to become like more subscribed than you with no channel? Like how many would you give him now?
I have no idea. I don't even know how many I have. It's somewhere past 50 at this point. It's on. It's terrible that people.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's. Well, I go look right now. It's 57 people subbed.
That is crazy.
That's very dumb, too.
Wow.
56.
Oh, I wonder who's the most subbed person on YouTube with no content at all. I wonder who that is. Like, I wonder what the highest number is for somebody with no content. Probably even like so high that it would make you just like wonder what's wrong with the world.
No, it's probably just some fucking random fucking company that does a whole bunch of pay for likes, pay for subs, all that shit. It's probably.
Yeah, I don't do that.
You're not allowed to do that. That's against.
I keep getting these unrelated people follow me on Twitter or whatever, and it's like or Instagram. It's like fucking interested. No, you don't like that either. Well, the drain is going to be pissed tonight.
Well, it's going to be stained now with red and fucking sage and. Shit.
What kind of fucking material is your sink made of that it stains so easily?
I don't know. Stainless steel.
Probably
stain for some reason.
If it's a plastic sink like fucking Rhinos, it's gonna stain.
Yeah, like a laundry room sink.
Yeah.
What's going on? You guys still trying to figure out how to get Earth to fucking get him?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Now this is a personal mission here. We better figure it out because otherwise it'll be
Jesus Christ.
I can't find him
on Google Plus, and I couldn't find a single thing.
What about the Berserker? Is he coming in too?
Is he on? Is he on Facebook?
No, he's not on Facebook. On
right.
Untapped. Send him a link, like a comment on one of his beer reviews on Untapped.
Yeah,
we've got our top minds working on the problem right now.
Is he on any social media at all?
Twitter. Earth, I'm gonna go to your Untapped, and I'm going to go to your last check-in, which is Dark Star by Fremont Brewing, and I'm going to comment. And I'm going to comment with the link to the fucking chat here.
Jesus fucking much.
What the?
He hasn't commented in a while. Like we've been talking about him for so long. I feel like he's
actually gone to bed.
Left disheartened or something.
Oh, I did it. I did it, Earth. I did it. I want to delete it.
It's only like what? Fucking 8 o'clock over there. It's fine.
He's gone to sleep. He's been asleep for a quarter of an hour.
Now, Earth, check Untapped, Earth. Do it. All right, so it's been posted. If it works, it works. If not, if you show up,
that's the hardest we've worked to get any fucking person in here ever.
And as Gamey would say, it only took a half hour on Earth.
Oh,
Christ, listen, boys.
See what you did there.
You just reel that
Here's
fucking
the thing.
back
Terrible
right now.
pun
Come on.
night.
Now,
Very
Earth,
good.
now
Very
Earth, I am deleting that link because of that pun. I can't. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You don't even need to be here, Earth. You really don't need to do it.
No, okay, so
Brain control.
Earth Fremont Darkstar. It's in the comments. I posted it. I want
And
to
I
delete
see-
it because this looks very,
I see
very
it there.
fucked up.
It is there.
Yeah, it's there. On a scale of 1 to there, it's totally there. Now you just need to click it or fucking copy it. And
Whoa.
well, it worked for Rod. That's Rod just saw the
There
link.
you go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Well done. Someone saw the link. It works.
Hey Rod.
It works.
Rod, you might be able to save us here. Do you have Earth
Save us.
Oh,
on your Google
Shit,
Plus?
Rod.
that's awesome.
Let me check to see.
If so, send him the link because I had to send it through on tap because no one could find him on Google Plus or Facebook or anything else, and he's the entire planet. It's very worrisome.
No one can find Earth, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we couldn't. We're here, but we can't find it.
Just Google Earth. All right. Come on now.
So if you
Well, you'll
Google
find
the
it straight
untapped,
away.
Ground
if you go
control
to
to
the untapped,
Major
you can't
Rod.
click on that link.
Well, you can copy it. You can fucking copy and paste it, nubsack. Get your shit
Not with
together,
my
Chris.
phone, I can't. I'm just looking at my phone. I can't do it on my phone.
I called him a nubsack. I did. I don't know what that means, but he is totally that.
Knob.
I'm all the nubs.
That's when your penis retracts into your sack and it becomes a nub sack.
It's like Nubscribe for more, man.
It's your third bollock. Yeah.
It's your third. Some people have third balls.
That's your ball, though. That's just my nub. That's just my nub. It's in there right now.
Some
That's
people have different
nasty.
stuff, I guess. Oh, well.
Yo, Rod, I don't want to press you, but did you find Earth on your Google Plus?
I'm sure he did.
You guys fucking all drunk? It's not relax. It takes a little bit of
Well, not relax. We've worked for a half an hour, not on Earth. Fuck Jamie to find Earth's profile on Google Plus, and we can. We
Joe, you want to reel it back a little? Just come the fuck down.
I'm sorry. Seriously. I mean, Earth is there
Why are you so hyped up right now?
because it's Earth. We need to respect him.
Apparently, there are 6 people.
We
in
need
the world
we need to look after
Maybe
it.
maybe you should.
that
You
are-
can't
don't know
find
if
him
they're
on
enjoying
Google
the
Plus. You should
content,
ask.
but there are
Relax.
6 people watching right now that are still they're still here.
Oh,
Somehow.
If you can't find Earth on Google Plus, do you have Wind and Fire as friends on Facebook?
Oh,
Jesus.
right.
How do you
I liked it better when you did Robot.
Like, I need to
Sort of his own fucking channel already. Jesus Christ.
Is it real?
Is this the real life, or is it just Nick being a
Is it
dumbass?
real life? Is this just
Fantasy.
Jamie said, "Earth, get
Hello,
in here."
Berserker. What are you drinking?
fucking hell?
Yeah, hello,
Guys.
hello,
Open your
Zerker.
eyes. Turn on your webcam.
What,
and look.
Chris?
Turn up your webcam.
Why did that would have actually been something we could have sang on.
Oh, he's
That would've
back
been
on
fun.
the on the Asian kick over here.
That would have been that could get in here on
It's
something.
Miller. Oh, we will not let him go.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm on Miller.
you guys are about to get fucking hit with a copyright infringement strike.
Because it's just perfect.
Ain't that good? Don't worry.
You know what
Fine.
the sad thing is? It still sounds better than what Rhino said.
Everywhere the wind blows, doesn't really matter to me.
That is true.
Oh, Danny boy.
I really
The
tried to
pipes,
find
the pipes are calling.
Did he delete that? Did he delete it? 'Cause I couldn't find it.
I hope he did.
No, it's called Green Fields of France. It's up right now. Get on it.
Oh, shit.
I assume at least a couple people here have seen there's like footage on YouTube of, I think it's Green Day or another band like pre-concert. They will play that song Bohemian Rhapsody like over the loudspeakers, and the entire audience singing that song in unison. It's actually something pretty cool to see.
But is it as good as Chris and Nick singing it as a duo?
Is it as good as Chad singing?
It's certainly not.
Of course it fucking is.
Jamie said, "Earth, get in here. I will unsub from your no content channel." That's a threat.
Whoa.
We'll have to do a duet on the 10th.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that every which way you want.
Yeah, preemptively unsubbed.
And if you time it just right,
Actually
the elevator can be the bass drop.
Because I'm Google.
Yeah. Nick can be a dialect.
What's happening?
Find Earth Layer.
You can't find Earth?
I thought he was just a subscriber to my channel. I was going to send him a message.
Oh, he just unsubbed because he doesn't want to come on now. He's like, fuck this. Fuck it.
Earth.
Get me out of here.
Well, again, like I said, he hasn't commented since that last.
He
not
did
sure
put
if that
comments
helps,
up his email address.
I almost feel like he went away because if he was still here, knowing like other than that, or he's just sitting back laughing his ass off, and
He's
how
trying to figure out how to get into
they'll
that
never
Google
find
Plus
me.
one.
I can't get off the floor. No.
Did I find Earth on?
I got a thing for him.
For you?
Anyway, how are you, Rob?
I got a thing that I can message him through his YouTube.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, no, maybe I can't do that.
No, we tried that 3 times.
Earth on
The
Google
lamest
Plus.
solidarity ever.
I'm so fucking happy. How do I send a message in Google Plus?
Oh, I just
I'm
want
not sure what's happening here. All right, I'm following Earth. He's been followed.
Oh, Berserker's got the hat on.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah,
That's on you.
What's that thing in the? Is that like a buffalo turd that's like falling off of the buffalo?
Looks like a ram.
I'm surprised it has a red eye.
He just
that a ram? Is that a
ejaculates,
ram?
like, that's a sperm torpedo coming away from him.
Okay.
What is that? What is
Kind of
that?
looks like a blunt.
Yeah, maybe.
It does.
It kind of looks like two swords.
I got nothing.
Yo, invitation sent to Earth via Google Plus. I'm so stupid, but so smart, but really stupid. Earth, you better accept the fuck out of this info.
Oh, he went
Hey, way to go, kid. You're gonna make it in this business.
I'm gonna make it. Google Plus is terrible in every which way possible.
Please join us, or Joe's going to find your phone number and call you.
Well, I thought it was going to give me his email, so I could send it through email. But
He's gonna wake up.
on your.
He's gonna wake up tomorrow morning and be like, "Oh shit, they actually did find me." Wow.
He's gonna find your local Walmart and stalk your wife.
This is
So he's
what's
going to change.
happen.
He's going to change his name now. That's it.
He's going to come on the show, and we're not going to talk about anything. We'll just be silent.
I think everyone out there should go to Dark Star on Untapped.
They'll come in tomorrow. There'll be like somebody in the comments called Venus. What?
That's the same. That's the same.
Just
Yeah.
moving his way out from the sun. Slowly.
Nick, you and Redbeard sharing jokes now?
What?
It's all good. It's all good. Was that the lift?
No, that was me.
All
Making fun of the lift.
The lift.
All right.
I love it.
Every time there's a bad joke, my elevator just goes. Boo.
whack.
It's the new whackety schmackety do.
Whackity schmackity.
Whoa. Hold up there, motherfucker. There's no new whackity smackity. All right, like, come on now.
It's a mashup.
It's the remix.
Mash paddle.
Talking about mashup.
Jeez. Ah, jeez.
Jeez Louise.
Wonder how many cars.
Rajay, what are you drinking, bud?
About to drink a Lagunitas undercover.
Again?
What is that?
We can't see it.
They make it a packs of 6, Nick.
Yeah, I get that.
Holy
shit, it worked.
Earth.
Damn.
Man.
All right, good
Nice
job.
meeting
That
in
was
person.
fucking stupid. Sorry about that.
There he is.
But I came through. Like my channel. Never mind.
Well
Not
done.
like my channel.
You
Sorry.
found me.
Stop with the fucking channel, all right?
Yeah, no.
You've been told.
Please.
It's done. It's done, Rod. It's done.
It's almost like an April
Thank God
Fool's
that's
joke
over
already,
with.
you know?
By the time you do it, nobody's going to care anymore.
Nobody cares anymore anyway, Rod. They never did. It's beer tube. Does anyone
You
really
better
care?
fucking live up to the hype.
No.
God damn it.
Don't believe
All
that.
my videos are going to be posted upside down, so I hope so anyway.
Oh, good.
Sideways or with a fucking.
I see Earth doesn't have any content on his YouTube channel. What's going on, Earth? Why don't you have anything on your
Yeah,
Are you
Earth.
starting up a channel?
I'm not worthy. I don't know nothing.
No, you're just really
I couldn't
smart.
tell
You
you.
assume we do. You assume we do.
No one assumes that. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Joe, is that how you're going
Nobody
to
wants to listen to what I got to say, so
You're the
I'll
whole
just watch you
point.
guys.
all your beer reviews will be in portrait?
Good. It's good.
It's gonna be like remember how Berserker joined the last chat yesterday sideways? I'm just gonna be hanging off a wall
A
reading
little
beer sideways.
It's like fucking spider.
See?
And some shit. What the fuck is going on?
Should be good times.
Oh, he tried to do it there and it wouldn't let him. His phone wouldn't let him turn sideways.
Yeah.
That was
look at that.
Oh boy, hang on. Oh, there you go.
What are you?
Fuck.
What are you drinking, Earth? What are you? Looks like a
No,
stout.
I could do that too. I'll just sit here and just fucking transform it.
Look like that UK guy that's just in his bed all the
Could
time.
be sideways.
James has a good time.
What are you drinking, Earth?
James, you ain't got no legs.
James, you ain't got no legs.
That boy.
Earth is drinking the dark lager from the that German brewery I mentioned earlier.
Oh, okay.
This one right here.
How is that brewery?
What?
Nighthawk. Nice.
Hawk.
Maybe that's a Schwarz beer, baby.
Schwartz beer. Yeah, I was about to say Schwartz.
Smoky, baby.
Oh, baby, doth the road on the stand smoking, baby. What are you doing, Redbeard, baby?
That'd be fun.
Maybe you continue it up. You're
With
going
your
to buy
beard, you
a
actually look better in landscape mode.
Thanks, man.
News flash, Redbeard. It's not as fucking special when you do it. Okay, come on. Just leave it to the fucking professionals. Come on now.
I don't go there. I can't sing. So maybe Chad could do an impression.
I mean,
What?
panels.
Chris, you just fucking
I feel
showing
like I
off.
got
now.
an edge
Stop that.
because I've seen you
fucking-
guys, but
What?
you guys haven't seen me yet.
We saw you tonight on Joe D's channel.
I know your guys' quirks, but you don't know what the fuck I do.
You hide on Google Plus from people trying to send you invites. Apparently, that's your not hopefully your job, but you know it was tough, man. That took us a half an hour. The greatest minds in our little circle, which aren't so great to begin with, it happened.
That was complete blasphemy, is what that shit was.
Yeah, and now I gotta go. I gotta go delete the untapped fucking link I sent you. Which
Hey, I think that was a pretty
Fuck
good
are
idea.
you doing right now, buddy?
You get all these randoms now. It's like, fucking ass, a
What
bit
the
too
fuck,
close
Chris?
to.
Zoom
Chris.
out.
Chris,
But Earth
I
on
can
a-
see. I can see your hair nose.
On a plus,
Okay.
Earth, you now have 8 subscribers.
Wow.
Earth's gonna catch me in no time.
Yeah.
8 subscribers to nothing to
Earth's on
watch.
fire.
I have
No
57
content
subs to
channel,
nothing to watch. I've seen some people. They've seen actually a couple just in random YouTube comments, like watching music videos and whatnot. They'll be like, "I want to get to 1 million subs without any content," and like I'll click on their name, and they'll have like 2,000 subs, but no content. I don't think you can get to
Same.
1 million unless fucking somehow it goes viral. But
That's what I was saying earlier. I wonder what the highest number is in that realm of no.
With actually no content, probably PewDiePie.
I feel Joe has a shit ton
Yeah.
of content.
You
It's just
actually
not
watch
uploaded yet.
Because he's
In a month.
actually fucking a really entertaining content creator, man. Like he doesn't play video games so much anymore. He just does like just funny random.
Yeah.
wait, who are you talking about?
Slightly racist, but I mean, if you want to watch a racist, go
No
ahead.
way. Are you saying? Who are you talking about?
PewDiePie?
Whoa! Wait, there's positivity towards PewDiePie.
I will give you that whole thing that happened and
Yeah,
everything.
that's why you got in trouble with YouTube. It was
The whole thing.
Yo, PewDiePie's a piece of shit. Let's just leave it at that.
I mean, some people would drink a beer with a Nazi swastika on it. We don't go in that conversation.
Oh,
again.
there have been
Is
people
that
that
some
have
kind of
that
white
bad.
ale?
Yeah, but I'd love to try it.
White IPA.
Well, I
That
guess
was
I'm
a
not
joke.
putting up my background picture now.
I get what you're saying, Redbeard. If you separate the person from the content, but the problem is you really in when it comes to YouTube, it's all about the creator and his face and or hers, and it's when after he did that, it's kind of hard to be just
Well,
separated.
that's the thing. Like depending on what you're saying, when he said did that, like there's a lot of stuff that he did that was taken out of context when he wasn't
Maybe
being the one time when he said the N word during a live stream. That was
Oh,
kind of the thing. That was the only time where I saw it was like, why
Here we
did you say that kind of thing?
because
Everything
he's
else,
racist.
again, that's the only instance of actual kind of shit that I've
Well, hell,
ever
Shirley
seen.
Manson ain't talking about killing people. He didn't actually kill anyone.
No.
Yeah.
We're going off the rails, guys. We're going off the rails.
You brought it here by giving positivity towards PewDiePie. This is on you, Redbeard.
Sorry, I didn't see it.
I thought he was talking about someone else. So you lost me.
Who is he talking about, Craig?
I have no idea. I just like
Better that way.
Fucking say his fucking name. He'll appear like fucking Candyman. You say it too many times. Come on now.
it's not my channel.
Does he drink good beers and make faces like this?
Don't you put that on, Nick?
What? Don't drag me into this.
No. I would start talking your language.
Oh, please don't change this.
That does not compute.
Cut it out with that fucking shit too. Come on now.
Your opinion is irrelevant.
Oh my God!
Good.
We need
That's
Randy
good.
Macho Man Savage in here now to fucking.
Yeah, we totally do. Yeah, we don't.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh Christ! Can we do? Can someone do Savage in a robot voice? Is that even a thing that can happen?
It's just,
Come on, Lee.
Hey,
Come on, Lee. Answer the challenge.
Guys, I know how we can fix this. I'm gonna pop that out for a little bit, and I'm gonna put some
hell.
batteries in the Mr. T keychain. So just crank on that.
Peter the fool who doesn't know how to talk like a robot. Yeah, all right. We'll see you in a bit then, Jamie.
Yeah. Okay. So see
Yeah,
you never.
take.
Love you, Jamie.
Damn it, Jamie. You son of a.
Sorry,
God damn.
I didn't mean. Jamie.
It's
Sorry.
like dude up the road in a robot voice, baby.
Baby,
No.
No,
not-
it's terrible. No.
Rod, you said you're drinking.
Wait,
Did you buy a 6-pack of the Lagunitas? You did, right?
Yeah, I got a 6-pack.
What was the cost on it?
For 6-pack, it's $9.99.
Oh, shit, paid regular price. What is this?
That's
What
how much
is
it
this?
costs. How much you pay for there?
No, I'm saying you paid regular price. Like, who? You don't do that.
I always get regular price on some stuff.
Yo, you can't fool
Bullshit.
us. Rod can't fool us.
No, we know you.
Although earlier,
Oh, here we go.
See, here we go. This is how it. See, this is what we're saying, Rod. This is
I
what we're
picked up a pack of
Just a segue coming there.
Bell's Winter Ale 4-pack, $3.99. And then I picked up Le Fin, what is the Unibrew?
La
Forgot what it is.
Le Fin de
Not
Monde.
Le Fin de Monde, it's a different one.
The two
Like
of
a
them out.
4-pack. I got a 4-pack for $5.99.
Yeah.
These-
Wow.
These
really?
people in this beer store are stupid.
Megadeth beer.
Yeah, you better settle down with these people, Craig. Like, come on now. It's not PewDiePie this up, okay? It could be
Yeah,
any-
we already moved away from that sort of shit. Come on now.
It's stupid. It's just stupid. Whatever.
It was
So stupid.
Next thing we'll be accusing you of liking beers that conform to the German purity laws.
a Tout
Yeah, that's kinda
Le Monde or a Tout Le Monde.
Yeah, that one's pretty
The
good.
Two de Monde, yeah.
Yeah, I got a
Oh,
4-pack.
that's the Megadeth beer.
4-pack for $5.99 earlier.
That's pretty good. That was pretty tasty. Nick and I duo reviewed it, and I was surprised at that one actually.
Yeah,
I
actually,
think
it was
they're good.
Sorry, Rod, you've been ripped off. I'd love to say that and actually mean it. You know?
How many times would Rod have to be ripped off to just break even? 1,000 times? 2,000 times?
I just don't never happen. But it sounded good.
I paid regular. I picked up a.
Regular.
I did actually pick up a 6-pack of Elvis juice today. And that was $10.99.
Oh, hang on.
Wow, you
I
got
think
ripped
Peter
off.
just had an order.
What?
Was that bottles or cans?
Cans.
Peter, the clueless drinker, Redbeard. He
Oh,
would
sorry.
like to make sweet love to Elvis juice. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he has actually. To be
I
fair,
had it when it came over here, and I'm assuming it had aged a bit, more than it should have, and it wasn't. I didn't like it a whole lot myself.
Was it fresh? The cans you got, Rod, or
I believe they were. They were. I got the last one of
is
them.
it the Columbus brewed or the Columbus Brewery brewed one?
Yeah.
oh right,
It's
it's gonna be
Columbus.
fine.
I'm assuming it's Columbus.
You would hope so.
Have you
Yeah,
have you had any yet, or
I've had that on tap before.
oh, okay, right.
Yeah. They had the what's the other one they had? The hazy one, Hazy Jane. They had that one there.
Hazy Jane, Hazy Jane. I've not had it myself, but
I'm actually surprised at the lack of distribution that the Columbus Brewdog has. Like we got Brewdog stuff here in Western New York, before, the overseas stuff would come over. But like ever since they started, I haven't seen anything from them in the area at all. So
I'm sure it'll turn up.
Oh, he did it. He really did it.
I thought he was joking, but totally he's not at all. He's just...
Jesus. So Nick has a full pound line. Look at that.
Yeah, no, amazing.
He's a superstar. I mean, we can't resist his robot voices.
Yeah, look at this.
You know it, baby.
Nick is big rhyming with Nick swinging.
Right.
Jamie hit and run with the fucking Mr. T keychain.
Anybody notice the elevator? The elevator just like booed him out.
Yeah.
That was good timing on the elevator.
Whackity schmackity doo.
You didn't change that your channel shouldn't be on the tent. It should be like with the elevator or something.
I'm gonna have a segment on my show about the elevator.
Yeah, you should go out the door and show the elevator. Go in the elevator. Just fucking make.
You get stuck in the elevator with someone annoying.
I want to see you interview the elevator and every answer it gives. The elevator.
Maybe show Nick where he's sleeping in the elevator.
This is where you go if you snore too loud.
Yeah, I don't understand how that doesn't bother you, or if it does, how you maintain. Because I just want to choke your fucking everything out.
So
You've never heard me snore, Joe.
So here's what happens. Fucking Chris is shooting a video early in the morning, and Nick is in the elevator sleeping, and you hear the elevator, and you hear Nick at the same time in the background.
They're in sync together. The whole fucking building's out going, what the fuck's going on?
There's problems on the 10th. A lot of problems
on the 10th. There you go.
How old is that?
Reviews in the elevator.
Yeah, you should do it.
Best before dates.
Should. That's a smart.
Best before dates 2009, December 12th, 2024th, 2019.
I should just take myself.
So I'm guessing this is a 2014 one.
Fuck your stupid elevator. I fucking hate that thing.
It's a busy night over there. It's a busy night over there on the 10th.
You really should do like an elevator review where you're just in the elevator and certain people are going to be in the building like calling the elevator and they'll walk into the middle of the review.
You just need to open up the fucking door and just
like little mini bar
stairs.
You could give a rating out of 10 and go, right, I'm going to the 8th floor.
In my own opinion.
It could be like a feature thing. Like you start with your building and then you randomly go to some other person's building and get in and I'm just here to review the elevator, go up and down a couple times.
You could jump cut to the floor that you think the beer's at.
I should do the you hear it? Yeah, that's perfect. I should do
how many people are using the fucking elevator right now all the time?
Listen, and the worst part is there's two elevators. One doesn't make the sound. The other one does.
Well, that one's out of the fucking question. You don't even want to touch that one.
You got the short end of the stick.
I'm on the
out that one, buddy. Yeah.
You want the one that's potentially going to fucking snap and fall down the fucking shaft. Really. That's the one you want. It's making the weird noises.
Don't worry about the breakaways. It's fine. It sounds normal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For fuck's sakes.
It's so quiet. You know the elevators go.
It's
going to go any second.
I gotta turn my mic. Open your door and tell them to fucking use the stairs.
You're doing a review with like a fucking bomb.
I'm doing a review. Do you mind?
Yeah, I'm filming my own opinion over here.
You're doing a review with Nick, somebody else in the fucking elevator. You got a fucking growler going on, and then the door opens and three people. You'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here! What the fuck are you doing? There's a fucking weight limit in this fucking elevator. Get the fuck out of here!"
Well, then you add that to your own opinion. But my opinion of those people, not good.
Yeah.
Oh God. You know what's funny about the elevator? When I first moved,
review in the lift with other people there.
In the lift.
In the lift. I like that.
In the lift.
You can just call your channel in the lift. Now we're done.
Yeah.
in the left, heading up to the 10th or something.
See, that actually just sounds like a British sitcom of some sort. In the lift.
Uplifting reviews. I don't know.
Oh.
Oh.
The puns are so
Craig
strange.
is gonna steal your entire channel.
So apparently, fucking Peter is not writing for Craig either.
No.
It's funny when I moved into this building, the first thing I said is, "Has the elevator always been this loud?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" It's quiet.
Yeah.
Like, wait, hold on a second. You live right on the other side of the elevator. You don't hear this?
No.
Yeah, you'll become one of them at some point.
They're like, no, I grew up in 1957. The Soviets were going to bomb us. We're prepared. We're used to this.
That side of the elevator
That
got
was a great year.
soundproofing insulation, and they ran out.
You know what, listen. And all kidding aside, when I moved in, I checked it. You know how every elevator has a license in there for operations and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the elevator, it said the license expires February of 2018, which is fine. So I waited until February of 2018, obviously, and then now I go look at the thing. It says February 2019. So somebody passed the elevators and saying, "Oh no, they're fine."
Like, so aside from being super loud and annoying, it's good.
So with that being said, I said to myself, if it passes and I see the new, certificate that it's okay, the new license that it's okay, then I will now. I was actually going to, and I probably still will, film it while I'm in the elevator to show the sound of the elevator and send that to the actual building owners. And if they don't do anything about it, I'm going to send it to the actual TSSA standards, whatever place, and send them the video. Say, is it normal to you? There's two elevators. One makes the noise. One doesn't. Something's wrong with this elevator.
I just want to clarify. You're going to do a hashtag moo on your elevator in your apartment, and then you're going to send it to everybody.
No. I'm not going to send that.
Well, you should. That's just what you should do. That'd be the greatest thing ever. In my own opinion, today we're going to review the elevator behind me. Well, through this wall anyway. It's making a lot of noise.
I have a prediction, Chris. This is going to fizzle out as badly as fucking West Coast Nick's fucking YouTube campaign.
Oh, too soon.
It's not too soon. What are you talking about? That died a horrible death right on fucking launch.
I'm drinking a Weissenbock at the moment.
Oh, what are you drinking, Bob? What is specifically the Weissenbock?
It's from the Netherlands, and I can't pronounce it. So
you guys figure it out.
Das Weissenbock.
That's why I didn't review it. I can't fucking pronounce
all the beer. Is that
take your best shot?
Yeah. Just try, Craig. We won't laugh at you.
Hit me with your best shot.
Give you a link.
Do it now.
Not freeze. No.
Do it now. Get to the chopper. What?
That was too easy. That was too easy. Everyone was thinking about that.
Would you prefer the robot voice again?
No, I wouldn't.
No, just don't talk. Yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
I've been talking.
Whatever. It's close enough.
With Greg's accent, it's the nicest way to ask you not to talk. It'd be bloody great if you just wouldn't talk, Nick. Like you just shut your mouth. Yes.
That is the greatest British accent I've ever heard.
No, it's almost as bad as the robot accent. Almost.
I don't know. That was almost at least on par.
Yeah, it might have been on par. But it's not a robot accent, so I win. That's how that works.
I think we should
a very good robot impression.
You're just kind of whole.
Although, did anybody ever call it actually like you're using a robot accent? Like what?
I don't know. I just call it usually fucking incredibly stupid. That's what I call it. So
I'm using a robot voice. No, you're talking in a robot accent. Right?
It's an accent. They're human beings, Redbeard. Kind of. Little bit.
That's just really funny.
He says no, they're not. Well, then please stop them, Nick. Please.
Didn't some AI thing recently get awarded citizenship in some country or some shit like that?
I think I heard about that.
It was Saudi Arabia or like
self-aware.
One of those fucking weird countries, but some AI I think was granted
weird country.
It's a weird country.
Yeah, one of those countries where they have like laws that like women can't drive and fucking like they're weird.
Saudi Arabia.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they're going to be able to drive soon. So.
There's some weird countries out
Redbeard,
there.
you might want to get that
This is
shovel.
It's just their culture. I mean, it could be different than ours. But it's their culture.
Again, and like I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying compared to mine,
Well, to the women, it is.
I find it to be weird.
I think it's
saying
terrible.
it's terrible, but let's go to Earth. He's the entire planet. Is it terrible?
Well,
I feel like it is.
There are other ones I'm saying where like they're different from us, but not that different. It's still kind of weird. I would agree in the places where they're suppressing women, that is terrible and also weird. Other things, you know.
Why wouldn't just
I am
necessarily use
digging far
weird?
too deep a hole for myself right now, so somebody else talk right now.
Is this the episode where Rod basically odied Redbeard as a Nazi? Is that what's going on now?
Oh fuck!
Redbeard's like those weird countries with women. They're in the corner. That's where they are. Those are weird countries.
If he's talking
Not
about Muslim
necessarily
cultures,
bad.
that's incredibly abhorrent and disgusting.
Yeah. No, it is. Anywhere where you're degrading a human
I am
being,
very,
gender,
very,
their skin color, or whatever. It's not weird.
Not see
It's
anything.
shitty and terrible and fucking.
What's more abhorrent is the poor indoctrined women who actually defend their rights to have hijabs and burqas and all that shit on them. It's like they don't even fucking know better.
Yeah, man. there have been videos like I want to say it's Saudi Arabia or one of those Middle Eastern countries.
It was Saudi Arabia.
They can't drive, and there's like viral videos of like women protesters kind of things, like getting in cars and driving around and people chasing them and stuff. You can't drive. And
Women kill in some of those countries just doing stuff that
there's big change in Saudi Arabia.
men can do normally.
Yeah.
They're
actually recently been allowed to go to soccer matches.
Yeah, how fucking progressive, eh? Wow.
Yo, I'm not saying change the subject, but how about that robot voice, Nick? How about that robot voice?
Bring it back.
What
Bring it back.
you want? Robot artificial intelligence? Well,
No,
actually,
okay, let's go back to talking about all the crazy stuff. Let's do that.
well, here's that thing about that robot declared a citizen in Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
It was. There you go.
Yeah, it was actually.
is that Max Headroom? What the hell's happening? I don't understand.
You need to.
That's the guy that made the elevator.
host a page. You need to host.
I would
a page.
imagine there's like technological improvements being made to her all the time, but
There have been
it's kind of neat, I guess.
she's been on talk shows and shit or like stuff like that, and they talk some of the answers she gives when it's like how can we fix
She
the
said
world?
she will destroy humans soon. Apparently,
Yeah.
A couple.
Well, whatever. She'll get it before that. So.
Why does anyone?
I imagine
pay
she'll
attention to
catch a
sports?
Is this the beginning of
virus.
Skynet? What's happening right now?
The most important question is, what would Paul do with that?
I would imagine that Greg would try to find a way to fucking.
WWPD. That's what we should use.
He'd put a gag on its mouth first.
Paul would solve the problem.
I'm pretty sure
Why
that
would
would
kill it
actually
even though it's not a
shoulders
life?
up. It's not even a full bodied thing. That thing is like from
That's perfect
here
for
up,
Paul.
I think.
Let me ask you a question, Redbeard.
So
Does it
you're
have a
saying
mouth?
that she doesn't have legs or knows how to use them?
Yeah, Redbeard. Does she have a mouth?
It's only half a
Yeah,
body to get rid of. Instead of
putting a ball gag in it, then where does you go from there after?
Redbeard, she has a mouth.
nothing
Paul's
else.
on board.
Yeah, but
She
you
has
put
a
a ball
mouth.
gag
Good
in
to
it,
go.
then what else do you do?
Ball gag. Everything comes down to a ball gag.
Robot, you ain't got no legs.
I lost my legs on a Sunday.
Look at Earth here right now. He's definitely regretting being in this fucking chat.
He's probably not sure what's going on.
Earth sees like 20 minutes of it, like, oh, this sounds like a lot of fun. He gets in here, he's like, what the fuck is this? Why am I here?
He totally tuned it out. He's like,
I'm the
I'm
almighty.
looking at
Where's the
Free
malt
cans at
liquor
this point.
report? I don't know what's happening. I need to leave now.
Oh, is there any comments?
No,
there weren't.
no.
I don't think there's been any comments since Earth joined because he was the one making the comments.
To be
Yeah.
fair, should there be any comments? Probably not.
There's 6 people watching. You know, if anybody wants us to read your comment online, we actually do it here.
No, we don't. I'm not.
There's 6 people
Yeah,
watching.
see, I
It isn't
fucked it
one
all
of
up.
us.
Earth was the only guy who killed it.
That's the list.
Earth was the
Apparently
only
there's a
person
party
that
in
actually
my
made
elevator.
comments.
You should have never brought me on.
No, Earth is a complete suckhole. Right, the planet Earth. I don't know. That's terrible. Dad jokes all around. Boys.
What the fuck was get this guy on the fucking channel. Jesus Christ.
I had too many Earth puns tonight.
We need the Price is Right theme.
No, listen, no Earth. We cannot have. Please don't. Just oh god.
Shut up, Joe.
Listen, you let the Google Hangout. Who said the toolbox was back? Was that Redbeard yesterday? That's all we need.
It's working.
I remember when they first brought the sound effects in and Ewart was using them. It was
Oh god.
And then I joined on that, and then I started doing that, and not knowing that you were over abused them forever.
yeah. And then he
There you
busted
go.
out the Brewmaster. Oh,
They had sound effects, like different. Like,
oh yeah, they
yeah.
did. Yeah, let's forget that.
what the fuck?
The elevator?
Is that your lift? Is that your lift?
Yo, that kind of sounds like Greg's here, and he's doing the Fast and the Furious outside.
You're in the lift and you hear that sound just before the fucking cable snaps.
Yole, 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 boo.
Old lady.
Yeah, exactly.
Old lady.
His last review was.
Rip on the 10th.
See, that's important. That's why you should
Wah,
do like
wah.
live hangouts as reviews in case if you die in the middle of it, the review will still go on as long as the camera is going.
There's a beer over here called Life and Death. That could be
We
the
gained a viewer somehow. No one wants that.
Whoa.
Including the viewer.
Whoa.
one.
I must pee. I shall return.
We didn't even know that. Jesus
I'll
Christ.
be right back. At least it's not.
Not to be doing that at the same time that Redbeard is, but I'm going to leave Rod in charge.
Wait, are they in the same fucking building right now? What the fuck is going on?
Oh, this won't take long.
This won't take long. Jesus Christ, what a fucking sausage fest. Let's get some tits in here already. Jesus Christ.
Get some bucket. Get some.
I'm surprised Nick even got up out of his chair to go pee. He just could have just pulled it out and just pissed from there.
Oh my days.
All right, well, I have to take off there, gents. I have to podcast in 10 minutes, so have a good night.
All right, take it easy.
Cheers, mate.
Later.
Podcast.
Earth, do you get a lot of belching beaver stuff by you? Because I remember that Good Morning Beautiful. With that
Belgian
coffee.
I do
Belgian.
actually.
That thing sounded amazing. Only because there's coconut and maple and coffee.
You and a coconut.
Yeah, it was a pretty damn good brown ale. Crazy brown ale with all that.
Yeah, for sure. I also saw you got something from Grimm out there too, which I found. Do they distribute out there? Because like Grimm doesn't really distribute too far.
My bottle shop gets that pop series, and
Which is fantastic.
we seem to get their Berliner Weisses and some of their stouts.
Everything in a bottle, right? You don't get any of their cans.
And I don't think we got anything from cans.
Because that's all their IPAs and stuff are in the cans. I was just curious because Grimm
And I
doesn't.
haven't seen any IPA from them.
Yeah, they don't
Oh,
even have
here.
their own brewery. They basically contract brew. I think their new brewery is supposed to open up in the next couple of months, but I was like, you contract brew and you're distributing all the way out to California. It's weird. But
I know there's one place out here that I think they have some runners that actually acquire this stuff and then they just sell it at their shop. So I don't know if they actually distribute it or not.
yeah, and the legality
Couldn't tell
is
you.
probably yeah.
Because there's only one that that usually carries it, so
Mm.
kind of makes me wonder.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that do that. I think nowadays where they go get hyped beers and out of state, or
Right.
if it's in state, they just like I know there's a lot of breweries here in New York that will go to NYC and get like stuff from Other Half and what's his Long Island Brewing Project and a bunch of breweries down there, and then they'll bring them back and sell them. And I guess it's technically illegal in the state, even though if they don't distribute this way, since they're still for sale in the state, you can resell it if you have a a bottle shop or whatever brewery. But I always just find that weird that you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, if they're doing it legit or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's probably on the down low.
But they do seem to carry, the sour stuff and the Gozas and Berliner Weisses on the regular.
The Pop series is one of my favorite series. So good.
It's funny you were mentioning that. Marcel was over tonight, and he wanted to. He showed me a few like brew pubs in Toronto, their websites. I can't remember what it was like. Say what or something, but it's like French, so CEST what or something. And their menu, they have some beers from Bellwoods.
Yep.
And one of them is $30 a bottle
What
at
was
this
it?
fucking place. I can't remember.
Bring out your dead.
Give me a
Skeleton
second.
Key.
No,
No,
it
name
was.
off beers until you maybe remember. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I might remember if you. It wasn't. I want to say it might have been Hellwoods, but like, what the fuck?
Okay, so Hellwoods is like $10 max at the brewery. It's just a regular Russian Imperial Stout, so that'd be crazy to be selling it.
The one, like,
Also for you guys in Ontario, which is
it is this one. This one. It brings up a whole PDF file. No, it's not Hellwoods. It was the most expensive one is Motley Crue Passion Fruit.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Is $36.06 for a 500 ml bottle.
Yeah, at the brewery when they do the release of that, and they usually do it, I want to say it's always around Chad's Fest. Like I think Chad has scheduled his fest twice on the release date of that, which a lot of people go nuts for. I think it's like $15 a bottle, so that's more than double what you would get if you actually went to the brewery.
That's
normal markup.
insane. That's a huge. Like I understand, like if you're selling a $3 bottle at your bar for $6. That's twice the markup, but that's kind of still what you'd expect to pay at a bar. For that one, twice the markup is a bit steep.
Well, and it's in this, but it's in the same. It's in the same city too, isn't that kind of ridiculous?
Oh yeah. Again, like everything by Bellwoods is. They have Hellwoods is 2146, Jelly King 1460, Jelly King Cherry 1814, that Motley Crue one. PSIDS, I can't even some kind of salted guava pale ale, 1659. Weft and Warp, 29.98.
What?
And then Red Racer IPAs below that at 774.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Chris?
I don't remember anymore.
You were gonna say something about that's the normal markup.
Well, yeah, the markup of the, you know what? No, not about that being the normal markup, but people are gonna, if it's a hyped beer and people want to get it, and if it's only available at that pub or whatever, then they're gonna pay for it anyway.
It does, like when you go to the place.
I'm surprised if it wasn't sold out.
Look at pictures of the place. It's very much a hipster kind of looking place where like you walk in there and you've got some money, you want to impress your friends. Yeah, I'm going to buy this $30 bottle of beer. Yeah, it's
the thing is,
two guys you can share it, whatever.
Yeah, but it's one of those things.
And then you get them to get
a 500 ml bottle. That's not something they.
Well, this is the problem I have with that, and by problem I mean just the question I would have to them is, how far away are the two Bellwoods breweries from that place, and if you probably can get to that brew pub, then you should probably been able to go to the original release and just get bottles of it. So I don't see the point of charging 2.5 times the price when the brewery's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes away. If they brought a beer from out of country or out of province or even out of just the city,
yeah, man,
I get it.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, for the Ontario guys, Redbeard,
bullshit. It's bullshit.
Chris, Redbeard, and I think that's it. Was it Rogue River now has online sales? I think I saw Jace Westcott posted. Rouge River.
If any of you can get your hands if you haven't tried it, their raspberry sour beer that Nikolai gave me when I went down south. It is like I assume most of you have probably had the Nickelbrook raspberry Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Pretty good. Okay, most of you, I said it's pretty good. Take that and just multiply it by 10. Like this beer, it literally was like somebody just squeezed fresh raspberries through a filter, and it like if you could give that to somebody who like said I hate beer, I'll never drink a beer, blah, blah, and be like, try this cooler, and they'd be like, oh, it's so good. They'd be like, hi, I got you, it's beer, and they'd be like, oh my god, no, it's fucking amazing stuff, man. It blew my mind.
Nice.
A lot actually. That they had their winter pale ale and their winter IPA as well that Nikolai gave me. I want to say every beer I had by them was actually really damn tasty stuff. So that's an online shop that once I'm back to work and I'm not broke anymore, I will definitely be looking into.
Cool.
I know it's a lot more Ontario breweries doing that.
What are your guys' prices on average? You know, say for just a regular bourbon barrel aged stout or something like that.
Randomly,
would be a normal range.
Where are you, Earth? I don't even know. I know where
I'm
we're
in
all,
South California.
I'm gonna say I know we're all on you, but
Wow.
like where are you? Where did you make it? We're pretending like Guardians of the Galaxy too, so you're like the ego guy. So you have like your form on the Earth as a person. You know, so.
Redbeard, what the fuck are you talking about?
How many beers has Redbeard had tonight?
I don't know. Redbeard, it's
So
either
how
not
much
enough
weed
or
is
too
that
much.
Redbeard had at this point?
Not even like anybody here. You've all seen Guardians of the Galaxy too. No, come on now.
What? You're breaking up?
I don't know. The beer has taken
I'm
control
on
of
the
now your
desert.
webcam.
Yeah. The robot voice.
So if you're asking specifically like in Canada or Ontario, Earth, I'm not there, so I don't know. No, it depends on the beer, but if you're going like, okay, Nickelbrook Kentucky Bastard is probably the most well-known, readily available beer in Ontario, and I'll go to the LCBO here to clarify the price here.
You're gonna say that's the most well-known like export to the States, I guess is what you're trying to say?
Well, no, that's the
You got
most.
Ivan the Terrible up here is pretty cheap. I don't know if that's very common. That's the cheapest Russian Imperial Stout.
That's
I
from
see.
what's the brewery? I forgot the name of the brewery.
Well, one in Montana, but their Russian Imperial Stout's pretty solid. The rest of their beers are
I don't even know. Whereabouts are you actually, Beerzerker?
in Alberta.
Oh, you're in Alberta. Okay, cool. So
So we got a lot of different beers. Whatever.
well, you guys, your beer, your liquor laws overall are a lot different than over here in Ontario. I'm pretty.
Yeah, we can get anything like we get 1050 and stuff, and it's not that much. Like,
yeah.
I usually get it on sale.
You burn in hell.
So to answer Earth's question, this is what I would say.
It varies, whatever they want to charge, but like for this IPA, we got more taxes in all of a sudden, so this is $12 a 6-pack. I used to get it for 10.
That's still not terrible.
Which isn't bad. I mean, you're talking American price, that'd be like $9.50-ish, $10 max for that.
That's what I'm thinking. This Chinese beer here is $10 a 6-pack. So I've been drinking Pinteo, and that's the best deal I can get on anything. I like Asian beer. It's kind of like Mexican beer. I like it. It's better than
Asian twins.
Yeah. And other than that, our budget beer, I get a 8-pack for $9, a brew house.
You heard about the Mexican. You heard about Corona. Apparently, they're like taking water away from like everybody to make their beer or some shit like that down there.
Before we get more political, let me just answer this question here before it devolves into making fun of
random
everybody
beer
that
news. It was a story. I wasn't trying to be political about it.
Well, I know, but so Earth. So I'd say the most readily available bourbon barrel aged beer is Nickelbrook Kentucky Bastard in Ontario. That it gets all across the province because it's the LCBO. It doesn't sell out. They used to sell a 750, which is 25.4 ounces for, I want to say it was used to be $14.95,
something like
that. Or maybe it was $13.95, and they put them in new bottles this year, 500 mil. So was it 16.9 ounce bottles? They took away quite a bit of the beer, and they still charge $12.95. Now that's Canadian, so about $10, $10.50 American for a 500 ml bottle. Which, again, when people talk about prices from Canada to the States, and again, I'm talking mostly about Ontario. The prices on Ontario are very similar to that of the States when it comes to price if you do the conversion. So it's not too bad. They get fucked on the regular adjunct lagers where you're talking around here. We get Bud Light for whatever 50 cents a can. You can go get like a 30-pack of it for $15. That doesn't happen in Ontario. You're usually paying like 1.5 times to 2 times the amount that we do, which is ridiculous.
$40 at 2 for.
There you go, $40 for 24 cans.
Any brand name lager like macro beer is going to be like $2 a can for anything that's not budget.
That's
and then budget, you might be a buck if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But Trump prices will go up.
Oh yeah. Baby, aluminum, baby. Let's make it 700% tax. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah, good times in the world right now, baby.
But it's at some point
I definitely can't do those Rod J deals. That's for sure.
I'll be shipping beer already.
Usually, a barrel aged stout around here is going to run me a minimum of $20, maybe $16.
Oh, for like
or
what?
$7.50.
Oh yeah, that's similar.
That's about as good as I can do.
What's gonna get earlier?
We get a cheap, and a beer from England here is cheap for us
Yeah, and it's expensive for us.
Some shit.
Yeah, but you guys also get like Belgian beers cheap too. Berserker, like Rochefort 10, 8, and everything, super cheap.
And like we got some beer from New York for really cheap. That Hebrew, the schmaltz shit, they have like fucking. Is it like what's that? What's that one they have that? It's like fucking
Jubilation.
The rye
Rejuvenator.
No, it's a stout, like a rye stout, 7. What the fuck is that one? It's cheap. It's like fucking. I was getting it for like $7 a bomber. It was like a 10% fucking.
Messiah
really
style?
cheap. Yeah, I think so. Or what the fuck was it? It was a 7 hops, 7 malt, 7.
Oh,
7,
okay.
7, 7.
It was
pretty good.
It was their what the hell was it called?
7%.
Is it? It was their fucking anniversary beer. It's called Death By.
That's by Contract Brewer.
Contract Brewer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had that one before.
Yeah, that's fucking good.
Yeah, got a deal.
Yeah, but the beer now they're catching on. Like with all the bargains, they fucking finally catch on, and then they've jacked the price up.
Except for Rod. Rod's a fucking master.
Fucking.
I think that St. Lenny's too was a nice little rye beer.
Yeah, St. Lenny's. Yeah, that one was cheap too, and I was buying it up. I'm like, I can't believe how fucking cheap this shit is. That wasn't a fucking insane beer.
That was coming out.
What was that one? That was a Belgian, some kind of fucked up collaboration thing, wasn't it?
For the Lenny's?
Yeah, it was.
That was a rye beer. I don't know if it was a collaboration. Let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a collaboration with St. Lenny's. Yeah,
it was a collaboration with Cathedral Square Brewery.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
10% ABV. I forgot it was that strong.
Yeah, and that shit was like $7.
Still like it when you drink it.
I don't see a lot of schmaltz brewing anymore, though. You guys still see it on the shelves? I don't really see it at all.
I get it at spots, but I go over to Indiana, I'll get like the Klingon Imperial and their Star Trek ones too. The Trouble with Tribbles.
Yeah, they have the Star Trek. They have a pastrami Pilsner now, apparently. Please tell me it's not made with actual pastrami.
Probably just the
You don't have pastrami in it.
Hopefully it's just like rye. Okay, so it's made with salt, cracked black pepper, mustard seed, ground caraway seed, and natural horseradish flavors and spices. Sounds absolutely tasty and not so much. Like, I'd give it a go, but that sounds weird as fuck.
Yeah, I'd try it.
Horseradish and beer and the other ones?
And mustard seed and ground caraway seed.
You know, like the pastrami pills?
Yeah, the pastrami pills. Now I'm curious.
Has anybody ever had a beer that had horseradish in it?
No. I mean, there's been a lot of fucking ingredients.
I like horseradish. I'd try it.
When I'm tapped, that average rate of pastrami is just over 3.
What's that?
You drink that and not pass the drug test all at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no kidding.
Caraway seeds aren't nothing to fuck with. At least that's what Wu-Tang says, right?
Like Wu-Tang, nothing to fuck with.
Oh yeah, is that a Star Trek beer that they do or series? Is that actually officially licensed by them? They're not getting sued, right?
Yeah, I think they had a license for it. I mean, they're the only one.
They've done quite a few. They've done a Golden Anniversary one. They did the Klingon Imperial Order
one too.
Yeah. So it seems like they struck up a deal of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rye one sounds fucking just.
It kind of makes sense though, because a lot of the cast, well, some of the key cast were Jewish as well. Star Trek. Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner.
It shows where they're available. Where did you say you go pick it up in, Rod?
I usually get over to Indiana.
Yeah, let's see where they have it at there.
I usually get it here in Kentucky, but more in Indiana.
Okay, so yeah, we get it here that they show all the distributors that carry it. I'm gonna actually look out for that pastrami Pilsner. And I'm just curious. I can't imagine that being all that good, but sure as fuck sounds like something to try.
I want to see you try it and just be like blown away by it. Like this is my favorite beer I've ever had in my life. That would be.
I would not be surprised if I enjoy it. There are so many beers out there. I mean, we can all say.
At least I didn't throw up.
Yeah, at least I would drink it if I had to. It's one of those things where we've all been there, where you've tried a beer that you just look at the ingredients list or whatever the case may be, and you're just like, it's going to be disgusting, and then you're blown away by it.
I would drink it if I had a gun pointed to my head.
I actually, I think I'm pretty sure I think it's the one coming out at midnight, maybe tomorrow. But one of my upcoming vlogs was for Sawdust Cities. It's a red IPA, India Red Ale called "I the Mountain and the Leprechaun Flute." And during my vlog, I was talking about how if like talking to people at Sawdust in the vlog, if anybody ever has any need for help at a beer fest, I've done that before. I'd love to help you guys out. And I come back from my break and I did like a weird, almost like wrestling style promo for the beer. And it's an interesting 30 seconds or so. I was.
Tell me you used Dusty Rhodes' voice.
Oh no, I was just like it was just me being like yelly and all kind of crazy for it. I was even going wrestling style, but I showed Marcel when he came by, and he's like, why'd you yell through all that? You sound like a wrestler." And I was like, I didn't even mean to. But
when is that going up?
I want to say midnight. I want to say it's the one coming out
tonight.
Yeah, in like 50 minutes or so.
Sweet. I'm not subbed to you, so if you could just send me the link.
I'm easy enough to find on
yeah, come on, that was good. Ewert's on here. He goes, "Earth on the panel, sign of the apocalypse." I'd imagine he would be the first to tell us if there was one. He said, "Can I send an invite to Angus?" Wangus is no.
Does not compute.
Does not compute. Angus Wangus is irrelevant.
Ewert is upset because Earth is actually a real person, and his Jace Westcott character that he portrays is just Ewert.
Yep.
It's unfortunate. You were outed last night when you said you had a cold, buddy. Right, Chris? High five.
All right.
High five. Yeah, Ewert's Jace Westcott.
I got a question for Craig, but Craig's muted right now.
It looks like he's talking.
It's irrelevant.
Oh no, he's doing a review.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna open a 2-year-old Palo Santo Moran from Dogfish Head with no label because it came off.
Oh, I thought it was like I just got a special no label one.
Yeah. So guys,
how do we know it's actually that beer? Or are you just making it up? Could be a Coors Light.
This is a live review from Earth.
Well, here's the thing about Earth. His sole purpose
That's
for tonight.
That's the only proof I got right there, the cap, and I don't know if you can see the date on it. Let me see.
Why does Nick hold his camera again?
I don't know if you can see it or not.
Because Nick is a fucking Uber nerd. But also, Nick, just to point this out, Earth's only reason for showing up on your panel tonight was so he could lie about the beer that he's drinking right now. That is the only reason. I would not believe what he said.
Conspiracy, InfoWars kind of shit.
It is.
What kind of weird shit was what did you do with your flash right now? It's all weird.
Just remember, everything that you've been taught about Earth, it's all a lie.
It's got like a strobe modeling light kind of mode on it. So if I hit this,
would you stop?
Weird shit, man. Weird shit.
No robot voices, no flashes at the webcam, please.
I thought people liked it when they got flashed.
Yeah, like a big list, a checklist of like Nick is not allowed to do this.
This is your channel. You're not allowed to do this.
Yeah, fuck you.
We need to save Nick from himself sometimes. Also, I'm pretty sure Zucker over there was trying to cause a seizure for everyone here.
What's even happening over there?
They've got a Jubilation Reborn Barrel Age that looks really good.
Oh, Jubilation.
And it's and how did they spell that?
Jubilation. Jubilation.
Jubilation. Not like the word jubilation, but it's kind of like the word jubilation.
Could you imagine if they actually spelled it JEWB?
They do. They spell it
rye whiskey barrel.
Because it's all it's
Belgian strong dark ale.
Oh,
they have a lot of puns on it. Yes,
it's only better when it's heated.
Like you know, like
no.
They have a double IPA called
in the oven.
They have a double IPA called Shebrew.
It's so bad.
I mean, they have the nut brown ale called Messiah. I mean, they go all out when it comes to their.
Here comes Ezekiel.
They have Funky Jubilation.
That's actually I've had the Funky Jubilation.
Genesis 2020.
They could do a cool parody on
what style is that?
It is a barrel-aged tart barley wine, which sounds like they fucked it up.
They have another one called I Miss My Grandparents.
They could do a parody on the Shiny one and call it It's Judas.
They did have a
Too
hot
soon?
orgy.
It's
Too soon. Too soon.
It's way past it. Way past. Yeah, but I've
Judas
never
is my
heard of
friend.
They got,
a barrel aged.
they've got a circumcision now.
Circumcision ale?
Circumcision? Really?
Circumcision ale. What the fuck?
No, but the circumcision. That is fucking hilarious.
Circumcision.
That is a great play on words. Although that's a like what
That's as awkward as the conversation between me and Drunken One last night about Nick-sized women.
That was probably offline, and that's probably where that shit.
It was offline. It should stay offline. I'm just saying. It was awkward.
It was a good time. It was although overall it was a good time offline last night.
Yeah, it was so awkward.
Yor continues this trolling with a compliment to Earth that was, I guess, a compliment, kind of. But then he disses Nick at the same time. He goes, Earth almost seems normal. Such a disappointment. Makes Nick look even filthier.
Yeah, well, is irrelevant.
Earth is normal. He's a normal dude. Except for the fact that his name's Earth.
Ewart's irrelevant.
Here's the thing. He was never relevant.
What constitutes normal?
Exactly. That's the question.
Opposite of Nick or not Nick is what's normal. Well, I'm just clarifying what Ewart's saying. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying that's
hold on.
Hold on. Rod had a question for you, Craig.
Oh yeah, Greg's back. Oh, Brewdog, have you had their Choca Libre?
Oh, I froze out there. Sorry. Rod had a question for me.
Rod.
With Brewdog, have you had their Choca Libre?
Come again, sorry.
Elevator should have went there. That would have been
enunciate real good this time, Rod. Enunciate.
Brewdog.
Yeah.
Their Choca Libre. Have you had it before?
No.
Okay.
No,
Well,
so
that was very
if you don't
anticlimactic after all that build-up.
If you don't like it, it's on you. So.
Don't be stealing my fucking lines, Craig. It's not cool, bro.
Royalties.
You owe me 5 cents.
Well, that's fine. As soon as you open your account,
I was fine. Once I get super chat going, boys, watch out. Make all the money.
Out. Yeah, I will hold it back for 50 years, and you still won't get it. Yeah, okay.
We got some RIP Peter stuff going on in the chat now.
Yeah, Ewart says anyone say goodbye to Peter. He was a good chap.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
I'll miss him.
Once Paul gets done with him, he's one of two things he's have. He's be dead, or he's need a lot of rehab. One of the two.
I just want.
Paul's on his way now, is he not?
Yeah,
he's swimming across the Atlantic, so it might be.
All we know is that once Paul is through him, he won't be able to shit properly again.
Nick, what are you doing?
We
apologize to all the non-existent viewers. Jesus,
that was awesome.
We've just got over the beast from the east, and now we've got fucking Paul from the west.
Chris and his elevator are slowly becoming one over there. It's interesting.
No.
So Craig, I was
Okay.
don't know exactly, but I wanted to ask you, what is the schedule looking like for Paul and hanging out with everyone? It's next weekend, right, or later the next week? Is that when you guys are all meeting up?
There's bits in between, but he arrives. I think around 8:45 tomorrow morning, which is not too long.
He's in the air right now, right?
Who's meeting him?
Yeah.
He's staying with Peter, is he not?
How long is he there for?
No, he's not. No.
How long is he there for?
I thought he was
a week.
And
holy shit.
is he not is Peter not like the main kind of guy he's going to see?
No, he's going to see everybody over there. It's basically UK beer tuber that doesn't pull out.
I thought that it was
in more ways than one.
Mainly him going. I thought it was him going to see Peter, and then Peter was going to take him to see other people and stuff. But
no.
Okay.
Peter's intelligent. He's not going to have Paul stay at his house.
Yeah. Good point there, Craig.
Well, true.
Yeah.
The big question is if you guys have bail money set aside.
Do they do bail in the UK?
You would have a little bit of a fun just in case.
You do realize that bail money for Paul equates to his mouth?
I was in a chat with Paul, and Paul has like almost $20,000, kind of like if he has to, that's how much money he can spend on this trip, kind of thing. And that's scary.
Paul is living the life as if that's it, done.
Well, for some of you, might tomorrow or maybe later in the week might be done.
And I'm not doing anything to get a beer.
You have standards, Craig. You have standards. You got to stick by those.
No, just get me a beer and that's it. That's the
for a guy who likes to watch snuff films. Paul's pretty repaired.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with things that he watches, whatever.
Lee had a question before he left. He wanted to know if anyone was meeting Paul at the airport and picking him up or hanging out with him right from the get-go.
Yeah, Peter is meeting him at the airport, and then
he films it.
No, yeah, so do I. Which is in the morning, and then he's taken into his hotel,
mm-hmm.
and then
like you made a whole channel for this.
Yeah,
that Manchester Piss Up channel had better be just all kinds of just fantastic, ridiculous content.
There's going to be everyone's input to it, but I still can't find it or log into it or anything like that. I've no idea.
What?
Like you haven't found it at all?
Somebody drop it in the side comment here. And,
it's supposed to be like a channel where like you guys are all going to be able to upload your own content to it, right? That's set on your own channel. Well, maybe in addition to your own channel, but yeah, it's going to be like a centralized channel for it.
I don't know whether it's going public. I think Paul's like put this thing together because he just wants all the footage. It's like whatever, just throw it on there. But there's quite a few people that are not going, which is a little bit disappointing.
Well, who are you guys down to now?
I'm not sure about. There's potential for Jake going, but he's not sure. That's the last I heard. Dean definitely can't go, which is fine because he's had job problems and stuff, which is but it's definitely me, Harry for Blue Nose Beer Reviews, Stuart, Ginger Ale Trail.
Oh my lord,
he's going on the Friday and going back Friday evening, which I'm going on the Friday and going back Sunday morning. Rob. Obviously, Hopsy. That's pretty much it. So,
well, I mean, I don't think you said Peter, but obviously Peter's gonna.
Yeah, Peter's gonna be there in kind of between times, but his work schedule's worked out. Unfortunately,
you just whistled when you said that.
Did I? Okay.
It was awesome.
No,
I didn't notice that. I did notice that Redbeard.
I've got a blocked nose.
No. It
is what it is.
That creepy old man from Family Guy for a second. It was awesome.
I got some popsicles.
Yeah, I don't like talking. Everyone's listening. I don't like it. I don't,
I don't like talking when everyone's listening.
No.
Well, you're in the right part. You're in the right hangout for that, Craig. You'd be lucky if one person hears what you say.
Hey, Chris, I got some popsicles in my basement.
Everyone's listening. Like, no, I don't like it. I shut up now.
Oh, shit.
Do you know what I mean? No, it's like, fuck off. Fuck off, Craig. I'll tell myself that, yeah. Anyway, any other news? Any news out there?
I mean, we always have Ontario beer news all the time.
I'll carry on talking then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's yeah.
But no, it's gonna be quite interesting just to survive the weekend.
Yeah, you said it.
Don't the Ontario guys have everybody else kind of technically outnumbered if you go like from where you're from, like straight up, like like you got like one guy from the state here, somebody from the state here. Yeah, but the two I think beats.
Yeah. I think you just have a higher density of douchebags in general.
If we went American over Canadian, then you beat us by.
Yeah,
we'd still win. We'd still win. We'd win. We'd destroy you.
Oh.
By one, baby. Yeah.
You
I just wanted to say that this raspberry Uber from Nickelbrook is pretty good. I like it.
Delicious.
You did try. Nice.
Aren't they coming out with, or they have in the past, but I think they're actually releasing in bottles another version of that as well.
There's a whole bunch of them that you can only buy at their Funk Lab shop thing they have going on.
The original brewery,
They've been like 10 different versions of that Uber. There's like an apricot one, and this, that, everything you can think. Yeah,
do they do beers there? Or?
Yeah, no, they. So that was the. Yeah, it depends. It depends, Greg. But yeah, that's the original brewery where the tale goes from the albino rhino that they had an incident with Brett and a couple other wild ales where they couldn't get it out of the brewery, so they just decided to turn their original brewery into the so-called Funk Lab, and that's what they decided to do.
St. Bernard started, was it not?
I know they did. They did turn that brewery into the Funk. I didn't know the story behind it. He could be right or not, but just because I side thing, Chris. Now that you've had that, try sometime to get that Rouge River sour sour beer. Sorry, the raspberry sour. And compare it to that one, and yeah, man,
it's very uplifting.
So much good.
Say what?
Say what?
Jesus Christ!
Let's
I
see.
should not have brought that up. I'm sorry.
So the Rouge River online store seems pretty good. All of their 500 ml bottles for the most part, and their cans, their cans are around $6 to $5.50, which is pretty solid.
Damn it!
Right now they have their winter pale ale, their winter IPA. There's an apricot and citrus dry hop sour, black IPA, farmhouse IPA. I'm just gonna read this off. No,
you can get that on a deal then, Rod. Sorry.
They have a coconut and cherry imperial stout. Sounds pretty fantastic, bro.
Coconut and cherry.
Well, again,
and you know what? 500 ml for $8. That's a pretty good.
The winter pale ale and the winter IPA are both really good beers. I don't think I had any of the everything else they have there is something I haven't tried and I would like to try. But that's
all right.
10. Some of their stuff is kind of pricey. Plus the shipping on top of that.
Let's go more personalized. Just opinions, but not my own opinion. No hashtag moves. But what's everyone's favorite? What's everyone's favorite like adjunct ingredient? And when I mean add, I'm not talking about corn. I'm talking about like anything added to. You can talk about a fruit. Yeah, coconut, maple. Though, in order, we'll go with beer zero. Beer zero.
I don't care. It tastes nice.
I like rye beer.
You like rye?
Oh yeah.
Rye.
There you go. Hot. Sweet. How about you?
Grains, rye, and then yeah.
I'm gonna go like as far as like things I've tried with that added to it. I'm gonna say mango.
Nice. All right.
Mango's good.
Rod's looking on. Looks like something here. Yeah, we're looking at Instagram. Where's Hoppy Floppy at?
Whoa. Hang on.
Hoppy Floppy.
And so Rod, we should probably just put you out here for everything and then go from there.
I don't. It's not my channel. Carry on.
That's too funny.
That's Joe's favorite, Hoppy Floppy.
Why can't? There we go.
Yo, there's Hoppy Floppy and all.
Yeah, I'm not. That's just.
You should probably not share. We would want Nick's fucking.
We want Nick's viewers to go up, right? Isn't Nick's viewers?
Well.
Yeah, there's more things.
There's no actual nudity, is there?
I mean,
there's plenty of things.
Oh yeah, I see
things that could go up here.
Hoppy Floppy.
Some of the pictures are.
You want me to share what I'm watching right now?
I'm pretty sure Rod won with the favorite ad.
How about this? We'll take this thing offline and then Tristan show us what he's watching.
You have 7 people watching, including
no,
7 people watching.
Yeah.
No, we're still going. We're still going.
All of us.
Seriously, I'm gonna sign off in a bit. In a couple minutes here, anyway. I
want to answer the questions. Answer the question that Joe.
Greg, Greg says.
Yeah, don't care about Rod. Fuck Greg. He's a piece of shit. Rod, what's your favorite adjunct? Fuck Greg.
I tried, man. I'm sorry. I love you, Greg.
Favorite what?
Adjunct, which I can't really think either, but adjunct, I think it was.
Hoppy Floppy.
Did we bring up
Hoppy Floppy?
Favorite adjunct or favorite?
Favorite ingredient in a beer that's not of the hop, malt, yeast, water variety.
You say Hoppy Floppy, you throw me off.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, she was throwing me off. Okay, so nothing's happening.
I like floppy boobs in my beer. Floppy boobs.
I never really thought about my favorite adjunct before.
Well, we can come back to you, Nick. Nick, what do you think?
Well, I think.
right, Craig, what's your favorite? Because Nick is apparently plowed, not understanding the question.
Well, I didn't hear what the question was because I was
it's favorite ingredient, Nick, outside of the four.
Like favorite adjunct,
or it can be a fruit like a.
Well, that was Joe's question. Favorite adjunct.
Well, yeah, no, adjunct in the trunk. I said.
I kind of like when people add chocolate to beer, or in certain situations, like especially in stouts, oatmeal is a great one to add.
Nick, Chris put it in the side chat, but I'll just say it out loud. You have Craig.
Yeah, Craig is being featured right now.
Craig is being presented to everyone.
We're trying to get more viewers.
I'm okay with. I got no problem with that, but
and that's how we win.
All right, let's present Chris.
The look on his face.
All right, how about you, Craig? Favorite ingredient? I know anything that tastes good, but could you specify? You
said adjunct before. Now you're saying ingredient.
Well, whatever. It's non-core ingredient.
Okay, right now, calm down.
Flip out.
I'm not giving my answer until I'm off fucking being presented.
You're still being presented right now.
No, he totally is being presented on scale 1 presented. I see.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, good. It's working again. See, YouTube's really stupid like this. If I accidentally click on somebody's avatar rather than, present, it'll actually keep presenting that person until somebody else is selected. Yeah, it's stupid as fuck.
And my answer is, I really like is it proline?
Proline.
Proline.
Oh, praline.
I can't pronounce.
Yeah, praline.
Yeah, that one. Love it. That is a good in the style. Love it. Yeah.
Sweet. How about you, Earth?
I'll throw let's do maple.
Maple.
Okay.
If it works, it's great. But if it doesn't, it's like
Maple's pretty good in a lot of.
If anybody here can get their hands on the City and Color Imperial Maple Wheat by Flying Monkeys, that stuff is basically alcoholic maple syrup. It's fucking delicious.
I finish it up, Chris, and then Rod. Chris, your favorite?
Nitrogen.
Offline. Nitrogen? Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah.
What nitrogen? Well, you can't put nitrogen. Okay, I'm just.
No, I mean you can. I mean,
when yours sonication.
Sonic.
Yeah, the physics is the best adjunct.
All right, it's done. Yeah, physics is the
no. To be honest with you, I think my favorite is probably lime. Like when you put a nice lime and like a key lime flavor, and I know because every time I've had anything that's lime, besides Bud Light lime, obviously, and Corona with lime sticking,
or Labatt Blue lime,
or any of those like macros, whatever. But when you
so much Bud Light.
Red beer, stop talking. When you have like a lime beer that's a craft or whatever that has like a key lime pie flavor to it, I really enjoy it.
You know I love it, buddy.
I know.
All right, Rod, have you figured it out yet? Or still?
I don't really have like a favorite. I mean, if it's a stout, I like cocoa nibs, I guess you could say.
Oh, there we go. So we got one.
But if it's Belgian, it's like a coriander and a clove I like. That's why I like Belgian.
All right, so you have multiple. You have depending on the style. Gotcha.
What is it, the coriander and the clove?
Style dependent.
Cocoa nibs all together. Kind of.
We're gonna quickly unfuck Greg, and he says favorite adjunct is coffee, and chilies go well with that in the stoutest as well. So and mine's coconut.
That's good choices. Yeah,
it's the only reason I know
yours is coconut.
Smoke, baby.
Baby, oh look at that smoke, baby.
Smoke, baby. I'm kind of interested what your
That's
thinks
smoke,
adjunct is.
Earth already said it was.
So did we say yours?
All right, I missed that already. Oh right, maple. Yeah, you said that.
Did you say yours, Joe?
Pretty.
Yeah, it's coconut. It'll always be coconut. It'll never be non-coconut.
Coconut.
That's why I left that one out because I knew he was going for coconut.
Yeah, it's cool. It's and preferably toasted, but whatever. Coconut and this.
Marshmallow coconut stout would be a fantastic.
What about Berserker? What's your favorite adjunct?
Rye and
there you go.
I like rye, but like IPAs.
You're not paying attention to anybody. I'm just saying.
No, because I'm drunk and I'm about to sign off anyway. So
all right, let Berserker finish and then we can sign off.
Yeah.
Well, Judas Seal makes that one beer called the Shaman is like 10%.
Oh yeah, they're double IPA.
Yeah.
That fucking thing tastes like vodka and orange juice. It's fucking awesome.
You might not be answering the correct question.
That's
a fucking crazy man. He does what he wants.
What is your favorite flavor added into a beer? It's basically what we're asking.
He
right
said
now.
rye. You already said rye.
Oh no, he did.
Well,
Sorry,
rye
that's
for
right. Yeah, sorry.
rye
I
for
forgot
a
about
lot of
that.
stuff, but for an IPA, if you're not doing like a rye PA, then I like oranges type shit in an IPA.
What? And another thing,
Juices.
to go to that point, Berserk, and one thing that I've really liked, and specifically IPA's been used a long time in porters and stouts, is lactose. I found lactose in IPAs give it a bit more creamy texture to it, but also like a slight vanilla tinge. I've had a lot of IPAs lately with lactose in it, and I wish there were more.
And milk stouts as well are just really tasty.
And that's what lactose has been used for forever, right? Pretty much
for
milk
sure.
stouts.
And now they're kind of throwing it in different things and sour IPAs.
Seriously, what are we doing? What are we?
With some lactose in my lager.
What about that guitar riff in Berserker's videos? That's an adjunct.
Yeah, it is.
That's just junk.
Just a junk.
All right, Nick. You're taking it offline now. We only have Greg watching it. Now we have 7 people still watching. So
Greg can do what Jamie does and come in and creep in the chat. Of course, he creeps whenever he comes in the chat anyway.
Yeah, he's a creep in general.
Greg's in Detroit right now. He can't really.
Yeah. Oh, he could. The beginning of Detroit doesn't stop him from.
Well, he could join in if he's on like the hotel Wi-Fi. He's watching us anyway.
He's at his in-laws' house, so.
Oh.
He could do a lot of creeping. He could do all the creeping.
He's actually in the in-laws' bedroom creeping them right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's in their bedroom watching Agnes's parents fuck.
He's too busy.
And you're still alive.
All right, I think that sums up tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to sign off, and thanks for everybody for joining the panel. We actually had a pretty full night tonight for an impromptu beer thing. Thanks for everybody, and especially Earth. Thanks for joining us for the very first time.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers,
man. No problem, man. Glad we were able to find you.
Yo, I found this, man. I'll stop with the best of them.
Yeah.
By the way,
for such a big mess, I'm hard
like
to
the rest.
We're not all going to disappear after as soon as this cuts out. So just so you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk to you folks later. We'll be online next week for next Wednesday for Beer Analysis 101 with we're doing Wells Banana Bread, right?
Yeah, that's on us.
That's it's gonna be unexciting, but at least some of the Brits will be able to join.
I'm mixing it with the double chocolate. I'll tell you right now.
Do it.
I'm mixing it with not showing up.
Do it and then physics it.
Can I call in sick? Do I need like a 2-hour sick line?
Actually, Chris, if you did mix them and then physics the two of them together, that would probably be really tasty.
Yeah, we'll discuss this later.
Stop whining, and we'll talk to you folks later. Cheers.
Yeah. Good night.